Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Got the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Patent pockets. We take the dollar, dollar. Can a damn soul stop it? Here comes the new kid on the block. Hold on your bets, here's where the buck stops. See, first of all, I'm stepping out on my own. About time I elevated to claim my own throne. Success in my blood, call it homegrown. Puerto Rican testosterone. Power and money got me crazy cocky. No longer need you, Poppy. I know you're mad because you can't stop me. And if you wonder how this player done scooped your honey, I think she smell my cologne. It's called brand new money.
Could literally listen to that tune all fucking day. Not asked. Sorry, that wasn't a very good entrance. Hello, everybody. We're back with our Money in the Bank special. We're not taking away from like what we usually go with the show and all that stuff. Like, you know, the Raw and the SmackDown, and we're doing our first special. We're here. George, say hello, George.
Alright, fuckers.
That's not nice, but okay. Adam, you alright, lads? What's going on?
I'm alright, I'm here. Hello.
Yeah, same old team, new concept. This is our first special. I'm quite excited. Feel a bit special.
I'm
to be
a bit
honest.
nervous because I only watched it
like
all week.
like 8
all
seconds
week.
ago. Like you were watching Ziggler cash in like 35 seconds ago. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a good place to start. Though.
Yeah, man, that's a good thing. Yeah, basically I give Adam a crash course in the Money in the Bank, because why wouldn't you need a crash course in the Money in the Bank? And you were quite impressed with the first few.
I'm excited to talk about it because the first few matches just
first few were decent, weren't they? Yeah, man. Are you ready? Are you prepared, George? Or is that a stupid question? Because the two... Yeah.
They go hand in hand so well.
Yeah, go on. What was you saying?
I was just going to say that's a stupid question.
I know. I've worked out that the two most unprepared people ever have basically took over this show, which was a fucking stupid thing to let us loose. Wasn't paying attention to fucking anything. I'll be fucking honest with you. But there you go. Yeah, basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little look back on like our favourite moments and cash-ins and stuff like that. Obviously Adam's cash-ins are a lot smaller and like these are a lot less to look at than anyone. Yeah, because these are about 2 of them. But yeah, we're just gonna do our thing and then we're gonna do some predictions for Sunday. It is this Sunday, isn't it? Yeah, it is. That's why we're doing the special.
Yeah, that's why it's a
It is,
special.
yeah. And we're not doing it next week. Shit. Yeah, and if you want to tweet in and join in and do your jazz, then yeah, you're welcome. All that shit. Also, we were talking as well. I'm gonna throw it out there now in case, because if somebody like comes in, and we're gonna talk about it at the end of the show, and this is gonna be news to you, George. By the way, I meant to tell you, but well, it's live. Deal with it. Yeah, I'm sure you're on the ball, like. What we're gonna do is, right, I was thinking before, who would you put in to a Money in the Bank in like 1999? So like right slap bang in the middle of the Attitude Era, who would you put in the Money in the Bank? Now you don't have to answer now, just think about it and we'll go back to it if there's time later. Which I'm hoping there's going to be time later, but yeah, that's what we're going to do. So yeah, if anybody wants to join in, and anybody thinks, because you said it and was like, just name 6 of the top stars, like 6 of the main eventers, and was like, yeah, there you go, Money in the Bank. But I didn't really do that. Do you know what I mean?
I know, but then, like I said, you have to see which
side.
That makes sense. Which side rock, because all of them were just
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, something for you to think about there, George.
So it's bringing it on me.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not even sorry. I'm just telling you. Know what I mean?
Sorry about your damn work. Is that what you're saying to me?
Yeah, pretty much. If they had the tune, I'll play it, but I haven't. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking.
Son of a bitch.
But it's a good idea. It's an interesting idea, I think. It's a good, something interesting to look at. I was going to do, like, Federation era style, but it's so hard to do Federation style era because there's just so many, like, epic superstars from back then, if that makes sense. That it made sense to be an Attitude Era, and I don't think it'd fit. A Money in the Bank wouldn't fit into a Federation Era. Like, if that concept got brought up in like 1993, they'd be like, shut the fuck up, he's chatting shit. Do you know what I mean? But I think it'd work in an Attitude Era. Does that make sense? Am I chatting shit? But yeah, there you go. Yeah, so...
I know what you mean, like...
Yeah,
so.
sorry, I'm just fucking rambling. Where do we start, George? We'll let you decide where we go. Seeing as though this was your
I was
idea.
kind of thinking that we could pick our favourite Money in the Bank match first, then favourite moment, and then favourite cash-in, and do it that way.
Okay, that's cool. Well, do you want to kick it off with favourite Money in the Bank?
It was pretty tough, really, to come up with one, but I think the favourite match of mine overall is the one when Daniel Bryan won it a couple of years ago.
Really?
Just because of the standard of competitors in the match. Like, every one of them went in with a legit chance of coming out as the champ. Not the champ, but you know what I mean, the guy with the
you're coming out as the champ, aren't you?
And although I wanted Daniel Bryan to win the match, I really didn't think he would. So it was a total surprise when he won it. The crowd went nuts because it was in Chicago, and everybody loves Daniel Bryan in Chicago.
Why does everyone love Daniel Bryan in Chicago?
Because he's Daniel fucking Bryan.
Fair play. He's not from Chicago, is he?
No.
That's how good he is. He doesn't have to be.
Okay. Cool.
Exactly.
Okay. I like Daniel Bryan. I'm in Kirby. You know what I mean? That's so good.
It would be like you going to Manchester and having that sort of back-in, which wouldn't happen, would it?
Might do. I've got some people in Manchester who like me. I could get a crowd. I could get a crowd going.
You can get the crowd going, whether they like you or not, it's a different story.
Yeah, probably. Fair play. Shut up anyway, alright, so Money in the Bank, yeah, Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, let's ditch the Money in the Bank special and just slide Grit off for the next hour and a half.
Yeah, let's do that, you fucker.
That's harsh.
You opened, I said to say hello, and you said, hello fuckers. You called everybody who was listening at that moment, fuckers. So why can't I call you a fucker?
Because when I say it's a term of endearment, when you say it's abuse.
Alright, so okay, I see what's happening now. Alright, okay.
You prick.
Sound, okay, that's fair, yeah. Okay, thanks for that, you fucking knobhead. Anyway, Daniel Bryan, the bearded twat, go on.
Daniel Bryan, the bearded twat, that's a bit harsh.
He looks a bit like a twat.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, just looking back at the other guys that were in the match.
Who was actually in the match? Have you got a list of who was in there? Have you like, do you know who it was?
Yes, I do. I've actually done some prep
Fuck
for this.
me. I haven't done for mine, but go on.
There's not really any surprise there, is it?
No.
Yeah, there was Daniel Bryan, Kane, Sin Cara, Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, Sheamus, and the jobber duo of Justin Gabriel and Heath Slater.
Oh.
Obviously in there just to make up the numbers was the ginger one.
Yeah, Gabriel's probably the spot monkey in that match, isn't he? He's doing all the pops.
Yes.
Love that, spot monkey, love it. Go on, sorry. Private joke. Awesome.
Just having a look here, that was actually the longest match on the card apart from the WWE title. It went 25 minutes, and eventually Bryan, as we all know now, came out with the briefcase and cashed it in.
Was that
successfully.
2011?
You're spot on there, Tensai. Spot on.
Yes! Go team!
Good memory.
Go on, Statso.
Yeah, go Statso. I was channeling them there.
That was some quick Googling that.
Yeah, I know. No, do you know what? I thought I was going to say 12, and then I thought, well, how can it be 12 when clearly Ziggler won? So yeah, I do quite like. Do you like his cash in? That's like, do you know when he won? Do you like the way he cashed in? Or I know it may not be your favourite cash in, but was you like, yeah, that's a good cash in there? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it just came from out of nowhere, and I wasn't really expecting him to be able to successfully cash it in, just because of his size, really. I mean, guys like that, guys of Daniel Bryan's size don't generally win world championships. There was Mysterio, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So I thought he was going to get fucked over and be the first one not to cash in successfully, but we all know who the first person to do that was. So
do you know what's interesting? That it got mentioned on the show, on this show, episode zeros. It got mentioned on the pre-show show, and we all pretty much said the same thing, that we couldn't see Daniel Bryan winning the title. Granted, he got fucked over and lost at WrestleMania in 18 seconds, but still. Yeah, we were talking about it, I do remember, and every one of us were kind of like, it wouldn't be that much of a shock if Daniel Bryan didn't win. See, you don't remember Daniel Bryan from 2 years ago. You only know Daniel, I'm talking to Adam, by the way. You only know Daniel Bryan from like the last couple of months where he's been on fire.
Yeah, where he's just like, to me, he's just popped up, I don't know, he's just like,
yeah,
he's just like Dan Franken new.
Yeah, he's cool as fuck at the minute, like. But yeah, I way back when, before Team Hell No and all that, he was decent and he was getting a push and stuff like that, but that was like a big step to have Daniel Bryan as the champ, I thought, because he was fighting Punk and he was feuding with Punk and stuff like that, wasn't he? That's when it was when the title, yeah. See, that's insane.
It just kind of seemed to me that he would be the first guy that they would just go, no, like, we'll just leave it, thanks. Just because, like, Vince McMahon's got this fucked up idea of what a superstar should look like and what his build should be. So when Daniel Bryan won it, I thought, fuck, he's going to get screwed over. And he was on TV for like months after he won it. And then all of a sudden he pops up and cashed in on Mark Henry, I think it was, wasn't it? Something like that.
No, Mark Henry lost to the Big Show. The Big Show was champ for 45 seconds, wasn't he? Smashed it. Get on me. 2011. I know what happened on SmackDown. The only year I've ever watched it, possibly. Never watched SmackDown.
Crazy shit.
Yeah. So yeah, do you wanna do your have you got a favourite Money in the Bank of the ones you've seen? It'll be an early one, won't it?
I don't really have it. Well, the first one impressed me, to be honest. Because like, as soon as I watched it.
Yeah, we're not allowed to talk about the first one because there's somebody in it.
Yeah, there's somebody in it that like yeah, alright.
No, we can mention it because he's not like, he doesn't win it.
I also like the one where Jeff Hardy puts Edge through the 20-foot ladder.
That is a good one. That's WrestleMania 23, I want to say.
I'm not sure, you know.
3, yeah. If anyone on Twitter is paying attention,
there's loads of people on Twitter paying attention. I just don't really know where to jump in on this special.
Oh, you can jump in. What's happening on Twitter? Sorry, what's going on?
Well, Davey Hughes made up. He got in time for tonight's show, even though he's ill as fuck. So get well soon. Get well soon, Davey, lad.
Also, by the way, I was going to leave this till the end, but seeing as though you're here and you might not make it, happy birthday for tomorrow. Alright.
Happy birthday. There's a shout out for you right there.
I'm almost certain it's his birthday tomorrow because I've seen it on Facebook. Let me just check. Okay, just 1 minute.
Almost certain. There's no.
Yeah, I'm positive now because it's in my phone. I know that it's your birthday because for some reason my phone's synced. So.
At Garpoo's Funhouse.
Gary.
Does a little shout out saying go check us out, and he wants us to rag on Triple H.
Fuck that guy. So. Fuck Gary. With his constant ragging on Triple H.
And Sean's gave his prediction for the 90s.
Oh yeah, well, what's he saying? What's he saying? Wow,
it's quite funny actually. He's going Goldust, Godfather, Mankind, Kurt Angle, and Shane McMahon, and then just for something funny to watch, Pat Patterson. So
got a full Patterson in there, haven't you? Kurt Angle.
That'll be alright.
Actually, Kurt Angle it was 99 that he debuted, wasn't it? Or was it right at the beginning of the 2000s? We'll give him that because he's always here and he's our fan of the week, so we'll give him that. But yeah, he's kind of done half of yours and half of mine, I'll be honest. So yeah, you know. Where was we?
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, I get it. Because
we've jumped into like Twitter and now I've lost my ass. Yeah, where was you saying about what was your favourite one, the first one or the second one?
Yeah, and I judged it was just like a bold move when he went through the ladder. Just looked like it is, and there was a few moves in that match, and there's a few moves on all of the matches actually that I've seen where some of the moves are just like.
I'm fairly certain.
Oh, like the that like they were just bouncing off ladders to death, and it was.
Yeah, man. It was
all of the matches are pulled off well.
Yeah. Considering it's easy to do, the way. What's easy is that if you've got like a tag team ladder match, you just know where you are, and you've got a one-on-one ladder match, you know where you are, but like 6 or 8 people in a match with the ladders and doing spots and knowing, because it's so they've always got like, I always think in a ladder match there's always 3 or 4 main things that they know they're gonna do, like
the big moves.
Yeah, we know we're gonna do this, we know we're gonna do that, you're gonna jump off here. They're the big things that they plan, and then everything else around it just isn't planned. Do you know what I mean? So I think like, to do it with like 6 or 8 people is fucking impressive. I'll be honest with you. Like, to pull it off and have no one fuck somebody else up. Yeah. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, well, for no one to get injured in them, like...
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's fucking mad.
I think of a few moments where it went a bit west, like...
Yeah? Do you want to tell your story that you were so amazed by?
That's not my favourite one,
Well, you can say it now, it's
the story
okay.
I'm amazed by on it, which, just like... Was it the second one? Was it the second one?
I think it was the second one, yeah.
And Shelton Benjamin, who in the first Money in the Bank match was impressive there.
When he ran up the side of the ladder.
Yeah, he ran up the ladder that was on the other ladder and took, who did he take off the top?
Jericho.
He took Jericho down from running up the ladder. But then he just like, the camera's watching the match and, who is that's on the ladder?
I think it's a third one, I think it's like RVD or someone like that. On the ladder.
Yeah, RVD's on the ladder.
And it's looking at 2 ladders, and you can just see the 2 ladders, and you can't see it.
Yeah, it's looking from like the sort of the ramp, innit?
Yeah.
And then it's just like zoomed in on the ladders, and then next minute Shelton Benjamin just out of nowhere just flies onto one of the ladders and just grips it. Like he just literally just like comes out of nowhere. You just what happened there? You just like.
To be fair, we watched this before, and I didn't know. Like I forgot it was going to happen. And then when it did, and he landed on it, Adam was like, what the fuck? Like, it was proper funny. I was quite impressed.
Yeah, I was not expecting it at all.
It made me laugh, I'll be honest.
You
liked when Shelton Benjamin, when it came fucked up a chokeslam as well, on the second one, and got Shelton Benjamin's leg caught in the rope.
Kane goes to chokeslam him outside. He like drops him in mid-air, he just like sort of falls over the rope and his leg gets caught in him. And then he's hanging there for ages. Kane tries to help him, but he's got to get on with the match. So, like,
the match just carries on and he's just hanging there like, someone help me, can't get out, someone help me. But, it is, the early ones are the best, I think. Before it turned into a main event, I think it was well better. When it was like a spectacle at WrestleMania, I do think it was well better like that. And I think there's always that thing of like, you can wait the whole year and cash it in at WrestleMania, and it's no real excitement doing that now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know Ziggler cashed in the night after WrestleMania, but it's kind of ruined it. It was something different that you'd only seen at WrestleMania. Made WrestleMania a little bit better and a little bit bigger, and I think they need that at WrestleMania, to be honest. Like, especially with the Undertaker not being there for very much longer, they need something
to take over from.
Yeah, something to take over, and I think a match like that is decent. I don't like the fact that it's like, I've said this about Hell in a Cell, like the fact that it's a pay-per-view. I'll be honest with you. I'd rather have like, it's always
just
like
a random match out of it.
Yeah, like when someone's like, yeah, well we've got a boss rivalry go and the only way to end it is in Hell in a Cell. But they're having to have random matches that are a thing. Yeah, I just don't like it that they just go and it's like, we're going to the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, so we're having a Hell in a Cell. It's like, it's just shit. You know what I mean? But anyway, we'll talk about that on the Hell in a Cell special. Because we're on Money in the Bank going off on.
Against the concept of it.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, is that Peter Griffin there? Yeah.
No, that was Homer Simpson.
Yeah. Sorry, alright.
Sorry, that was me tapped out. People didn't name. Is
your tapped out coming at you?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Give me shouts every
Gonna go a shameless plug for tapped out. Yeah.
I mean, no.
I think my favourite. I'm gonna get pure hate for this. My favourite Money in the Bank was when the Miz won. It was.
I think you're gonna say.
What? No, do you know what? It's not when Cena won. Alright, shockingly enough.
I'd fuck for that.
Only because he didn't win it. If he would have won it, fucking would have been. But no, it's when the Miz won. I'll be honest with you. Because you were watching it before, like, the Miz. Yeah. Why the fuck has he got to do with it?
Actually, you know, after I sat there and gone, like, the Miz, what the fuck happened there? Like, what was going on then? I'd sort of sat there and realised that he is actually, like, he's quite a good character. I actually do like him. His little,
I do like the Miz.
The little comments he makes and that, he's funny.
Yeah. Like. He's good on the mic, like, he's definitely good on the mic.
Yeah, good mic skills.
Yeah. He, I've said this before, and I said it when it happened again on the show. But I remember that I remember writing a review or a predictions on that main event on Money in the Bank from like 2011, same year as Brian in it that he won. No, it wasn't. Was it?
No, the year before.
The year before. Oh yeah, because Kane won it the same time as Miz, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, like I remember writing a review on it and literally saying Like, anyone can win that match except The Miz. Like, The Miz is just making up numbers, and because he's been getting a push, it's nice to throw out like a Money in the Bank and be like, oh yeah, you could win the title and get a rub and whatever and all stuff like that. And yeah, I was like, anyone can win. The Miz has never win, not a chance. That's the first line I wrote. And then when he got injured, or he apparently got injured and he got carted off, I was like, told you, knew it, told you he ain't gonna win. And then he fucking hobbled back like a crazy son of a bitch and won the match. I was just like, wow, that's insane. And still, I hated the fact that he won. And then slowly but surely, when he was like in the title race and with John Cena and all stuff like that, and like going into WrestleMania, I was just like, this kid's fucking cool, man. He's proper boss. And the fact that when he went to WrestleMania and got sideswiped because of the whole Rock and Cena, and still had a boss match at WrestleMania, and obviously, like, you know what I mean, lost the title and all that stuff, but still, like, he earned. I think that's the only time I've ever known. Remember when the first one, when Edge won it, and Edge went from mid-card to like main event and totally stole it, and was just like, I've been waiting for this for years, this is me, I'm just going to run with the ball and fucking see what happens. I think The Miz did the same thing. The Miz was like, I've waited for ages to be main event and I'm not going to drop the ball. Like, this is me, let's fucking do it. And just totally believed in himself, totally did it, and made people like, fucking hell, Miz is alright, isn't he? Yeah, like, it was, yeah, so, yeah, The Miz all day for me, I think, I will say.
Yeah, but like, that was a good one as well, because it's like you said, it elevated him, which is what the point of the match is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Is to pick someone that WWE view as a main eventer in the future. And last year, really, like the Raw match, everybody had already been a champion, and like, that kind of defeating the purpose of the match a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit like this year, isn't it? This year's a bit like that, like having the All-Star match.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. It seems ridiculous. But
what's the All-Star match?
Like this year's Raw match is all faces, and they're all former champs, aren't they? They're not all WWE champs, but they're WWE All World. Every one of them's held the belt, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're having like an All-Star match of like everybody's been a champion before. So we're given. It just seems ridiculous because the Money in the Bank was for. I thought it was always for mid-carders, like the SmackDown one. I can honestly see the SmackDown one being far better than the Raw one this year. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Really?
Sorry, mate. Yeah, I think because of the star power that the Raw match has got. I mean, you've got Punk, Bryan, Sheamus, Orton, who else?
RVD
and Christian.
Yeah.
So, just because of the star power and the performers in that match.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I don't know, like, if you think about it, nobody in that match is going to be pulling off huge spots that you'd be like, wow, that was amazing. Possibly Punk. RVD's going to try, but remember, it's 20 years on since RVD was doing big spots. Do you know what I mean? He's not like young. Yeah, he's not 26 and diving into the crowd anymore.
No, lad, I've seen Ric Flair get suplexed off the top of a ladder before.
Yeah, that is true, actually, yeah. Ric Flair and the Money in the Bank, who knew, like? Who the fuck knew?
So he does have to go to the bathroom and sort of for a minute, and then he can come back out.
And then come back out, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, it's just, I just think, there is a lot of star power, and that's, I'll give you that, but can you see any of them doing major moves and taking major bumps outside of Punk? Maybe Bryan, but even Bryan, I don't think he's not that type of take major bump. Anyway, we'll talk about these in a minute anyway.
Quite simply from Sean there, sorry to interrupt us in, fuck RVD.
It's right, Sean, it's right, fuck rude, do it, lad. Throw capitals on when you're talking about him,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Fucking like big letters.
We've got big boy letters. We've got someone on the Twitter machine who doesn't understand abbreviations, and you're writing "rived." Kidding me? Seriously?
Yeah, but I know.
I know who Rived is. I know who Rived is. What's Twitter saying? Is anybody saying anything exciting?
Davey just tweeted in saying Christian needs to win to save his career, but he would bet against DB. So you've just done me on that one, like.
Daniel Bryan.
Right. Well, say his name then.
It's Twitter. That's what people do on Twitter, they abbreviate.
So, ran out of character.
hate here, Jesus.
I'm only messing, Davey. I like it. It educates me.
It educates me.
Gives me a better knowledge.
Of who DB is.
Yeah.
DB, favourite 5.
DB,
Remember Booker T's favourite 5? Top 5?
That's better, Sean.
His fave 5.
He's a man.
Can't believe Sean's throwing out skeet on the Al Twitter. Don't do skeet. Don't have to explain it. No one needs that in life, alright? We've already got a private joke about me talking about spot monkeys. Anyway, so what's your favourite moment in Money in the Bank history?
I can't remember which match it was in, but I know that Kofi Kingston was in it. And
Was it a Money in the
one
Bank?
of the ladders. No, it was actually a tables match. There was a spot where there was a broken ladder, and Kofi kind of used both halves of the broken ladder as stilts to jump across the ring and get to another ladder.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And he had and he was like holding on to them, but he was like, as he had them, he was jumping up them, like each rung.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was cool. And then he shit the bed because he had to let go. Because he was like,
With
the ladder was like that, and he was keeping his legs together, but he had his hands. And then he was like lifting up, but like jumping each rung up. Do you know what I mean? And then he got to the top, well, not to the top, but he got quite high. And then as he reached for the thingy, he fell like, didn't he? Is that what happened, or did he get knocked down or something?
I think he kind of lost his balance. I can't really remember. All I really remember is seeing him use those two halves of a ladder as a stilt, and I thought that's cool as fuck, man.
That is, yeah.
Something that, like, it doesn't have to be like a crazy, insane 20-foot drop from a ladder. Just something like that that's different and innovative.
Innovative,
You don't
yeah.
really see, yeah.
Something to make it a
Kind of
special.
like that sort of
Yeah,
stuff.
we like innovation. Innovation's always good. Yeah, have you got a moment? As you just mentioned yours with your
Flying, just Shelton Benjamin just coming out of nowhere.
just
everything scared me.
everything Benjamin did in the first three. Was he in the first 3 or the first 4? I think he was in the first 4, wasn't he? When he in the first 3 Money in the Banks, anything he did, you were all over.
Yeah, he was the only one that was. He was just like, I don't know, he was just throwing himself about and just like, running up ladders and that. He was the spot monkey.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's why he comes out. That's why he does his thing, because he's the crazy fool who jumps off ladders and doesn't get nowhere, gets buried 2 days later and is on Superstars, but like it's the only thing you remember from the Money in the Bank match. It's ridiculous, and then gets released. He should come back. I'm not being funny. He should come back. Shelton Benjamin will be a cool addition to WWE.
Well, it was either that or I was just totally surprised that what's his name? The Finley's little dude.
Oh, this was mine. This was mine,
sorry,
lad.
I won't ruin it.
No, go ahead, you can have it. I've got more. Go ahead, you
but
can
it
have
was
it.
only because I was just impressed that he didn't die, to be honest, and that he survived.
Okay, well, you want to explain what happened?
Where Hornswoggle climbs up the ladder. Hornswoggle comes out of nowhere. Finley, for some reason, can't climb the ladder. Oh, he's here to Z, and he can't climb the ladder, so Hornswoggle comes in and goes, I'll go for you. Runs up the ladder.
That's not what this is ad-libbing here, like, that's not what happened.
Basically,
I'll run up for you.
I'll get up for you, and he goes, go ahead then, get up there. Come on, you little bastard, get up there.
Go ahead. Yeah.
And like, he gets to the top of the ladder and can't reach anyway. I mean, he doesn't get to the top of the ladder, but it looks
gets high enough.
He gets high enough, and he still can't, he's nowhere near it, like. And then next minute, Mr. Kennedy, like, he gives Mr. Kennedy a few right hooks.
Kennedy.
Kennedy doesn't like that.
Kennedy, yeah.
Alright then, just Kennedy.
No, I'm just saying, he just says his name twice, so I'm doing it for
Mr. Kennedy.
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 I was playing a game with myself to see how long it takes.
Well, yeah, so he doesn't like getting it in the face by him.
Yeah.
And he like, what's the movie game?
I think it's like, is it the Green Bay Plunge or something like that, did he call it? Is that his... That's something, isn't it? That's
basically jumps off the top of the ladder with him on his shoulders and like lands on top of him, like upside down sort of thing, but rolls over him and it just
yeah, it looks heavy, like it does look heavy. I remember seeing it live and being like, whoa, and then I watched it before and was like, yeah, that still looked like it killed Jesus. But yeah, that was a big move. Go ahead, what's Twitter saying?
Sean saying I'm assuming his favourite is WrestleMania 23. 1, Mr. Kennedy won, and 2, it had King Booker in it, and it was just a good match.
Yeah, man, King Booker's always good. King Booker! Everyone
Now
knows
when
that.
it's just ladders getting through people everywhere.
Pretty much, yeah.
A mini ladder.
Yeah, that bounce off Punk's face. Yeah, that's heavy, man. I think. Yeah, what else is that? Sam, Sportsman?
Yeah, Sportsman was already here. She's saying, "Hi guys, was that exciting for you?" So was that exciting for you, George?
It's the most exciting thing I've ever had in my life.
What was exciting? What have I missed?
She said, "Hi guys," but I think it's because she put a capital.
Oh, right, okay.
Or she's just saying,
she's doing hi guys, was that exciting? Yeah. Hi Sam, how's it going? What's is that all of Twitter? All of Twitter.
Oh, Sean's shouting Mr. Kennedy out like that.
Kennedy! Oh, his tune's cool. Kennedy. I love a bit of Kennedy, to be honest with you. I love a bit of Anderson as well, to be honest. Just.
Do you know what? I used to love it when Kennedy would shout his name in somebody's face. I just thought it was hilarious.
Do you know what's a shame is that Kennedy had so much. Alright, okay, I'm gonna rephrase that. What's a shame is that outside of the ring, Kennedy had so much potential. I mean, in the ring, he was fucking horrific. But like his character and his gimmick and everything about Kennedy was just like fucking money. I'm telling you. And then he won the Money in the Bank, and didn't he get? Illegitimate child. It was meant to be Kennedy, and then it weren't because he violated the wellness program. And then he came back after doing that, and then had one match, won a #1 contenders match against Randy Orton, I think, or something like that. I had some beef with Randy Orton because something went wrong. Whatever happened in the backstage, I'm not so sure. And then he got released, and that was it. And it was just like, dude, what the fuck happened, man? You know what I mean? Devastating. I was proper gutted. I did like Kennedy. I like the whole, and now I'm stuck in TNA with Aces and Eights. It's just fucking horrific. I'll be honest with you, horrific. It's just not good.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah, isn't it? Fucking bullshit.
Yep.
Bullshit. But yeah, I do like his arsehole gimmick though, to be fair.
Thought you were just going to stop arsehole and...
Like, yeah, that's what I thought you was going to say.
What did you say?
I just thought you were going to stop an arsehole.
I just like his arsehole. I seem to have hatched out a little like gimmick for myself here that I seem to be quite homosexual. I'm not. Alright. Why would you say this?
Don't need to defend yourself against something you're not, lad.
I'm not defending. Someone just to protest too much. I'm just saying. Just because one time I said on air I wouldn't mind being the meat in an Angle sandwich, Karen and Kate, doesn't mean. Anyway, there's nothing wrong with it. Alright, nothing wrong with homosexuality. Stop being so. Well, why are you looking at me like that? Yeah, I can do that because no one can see us.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Why have you got your nipples out? Hey, what's with that? It's
so
hot. It's hot. He hasn't really got his nipples out. They're fucking horrible. I'd know, obviously.
I've got boss areolas, lad.
Dynamite areolas. We're on a different thing. We should stop. Me and you shouldn't do this. Yeah. Alright? You stop it. Okay. My favourite moment in Money in the Bank history, I don't know, there's a few of them actually. There's not really very many from like newer ones, which is kind of weird. Actually, what was the one where was it Kofi Kingston put Sin Cara through the ladder, and Sin Cara was injured? That looked horrific. Sheamus did it. Oh yeah, Sheamus did do it. Yeah, sorry. That was a pretty big spot. That was a big one. But yeah, I've always liked the first ones, you know, where Shelton Benjamin sets the ladder up and runs up it against Jericho. I've always liked that. I think it's because I like it so much because they let you do it on like Raw vs SmackDown games. Yeah. And I've always it always excites me slightly. I'm like, hey, I always get beat like, but it's fun for a split second.
Not very good at them new ones.
No, I'm not at all. I'm just too old for games. I think that's what it is. Yeah, so I think there's a few heavy moments. Like, has anybody else got any big moments that they would like to share? If anyone's out there,
their favourite Money in the Bank moments.
Yeah, I don't know. Is Sportsmama missed the start of the show because it seems like she's just doing hello half an hour in. You missed. Okay.
Sorry, lad.
Go ahead. Do your thing.
I'm just gonna see if George has any more favourite moments. Any more other ones that tough as I? Not tough as I like, but you know.
Yeah, you know.
I kind of have to. I'm going to slightly agree with what Greg said. Like, there's not that many standout moments from the newer matches, but I think that's because you get to see 2 of them every year, and they've just crammed as many guys into these matches as possible. But if you had it once a year at WrestleMania, you could really pick the top 8 mid-carders ish and put them in the match, and it would be awesome. Just because of the stage that it's on as well. Like, I don't think there's any need to have 2 Money in the Bank matches every year. It just waters it down, and like, by the time you come to the second match, you're just going to be like, fuck's sake, can we not get this over? I've seen this once before.
I think that. It's like the same with the Hell in a Cell, and the same with the Elimination Chamber. It's like making something cool, and then going, oh, you like that? Well, there's fucking loads of it. Alright, and you're just like, alright. No, like when
you mark up your
I was going to say, that's exactly it. You know, when you're like, when you say something to your ma, like, I like gammon, not gammon feet. I like gammon.
No, I like gammon.
And then she buys like 8 steaks. And I can't help it. I just like, I've got to throw something about Bruce Hogan in every show. Yeah, and then like you say, you like something, or you like a steak, and your ma buys like 15 of them. Yeah, and it's like, there's a drawer full of steak in the freezer, you better eat it. You're like, what the fuck?
No, when you, like, eat it before it goes off.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Does it all the time. Your ma's the worst for it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I like it, you know what I mean? It saves me. It's the same with beans. Remember beans? Remember that shit?
Beans are boss.
Yeah, I had like a crate of that shit every other day. It's fucking ridiculous. Woman was insane.
I
know, sorry. Anyway, Twitter saying anything?
Well, Sean's being cheeky.
What's Sean saying at doorbell end?
He said no, just blatantly no.
What did I say to him?
When we were asking whether anybody else had any opinions on him. The favourite moments of Money in the Bank.
Just don't fucking speak, lad. Alright. Didn't Davey say something before?
Yeah, I think he's following up here, saying he said before, right?
I'm sure I did see a tweet from him before.
That you should have expected WWE to end up watering down a spectacle. Still great, but not what it used to be.
Exactly, Davey. Exactly.
And then now he's saying every Money in the Bank match should only include non-former champions. Will make more sense in building towards a new main eventer.
Exactly.
Which it would, like, you'd be able to plug someone's death off it, like, wouldn't you?
Exactly. Know what I mean?
That boy is a fucking genius.
Isn't he? Someone should write an article on this on our website. Someone should do it. I'm looking at you, Davey. I'm looking at next week. I'm looking at you, Money in the Bank, innit? I'm telling you, all day. You've got an eye for this. Tell you. Yeah. What's happening? Who's saying what?
Sean would love a draw of steak. At least he's getting involved in the conversation.
Draw a steak. Oh, I thought he meant like he'd
love
love to draw a steak.
Yeah,
why?
I would love a draw of steak.
Why would you want to draw a steak? Jesus. Okay, I get you. I'll sort that for you when I make number 5 on Forbes' rich list behind the rock. I'll buy you a draw of steak, Sean. Alright. Is that good for you? No. Okay. Yeah, right, we're going into cash-ins. We're very, like, sketchy today, like, we don't know what's going on. I think I'm tired or I'm too awake, I'm not sure which. I've had too much Monster or not enough, I'm not sure how it works anymore.
Have another swig and see why.
Cash-in, what's your favourite cash-in, George?
I was thinking about this, like, all day. I've kind of been trying to catch up on the ones that I can't really remember too well.
Yeah.
But for me, it has to be Rob Van Dam's from 2006. Basically, he won the briefcase at WrestleMania. He then announced about 4 weeks before the ECW One Night Stand pay-per-view that he was going to cash it in and take the title from you-know-who.
Cena. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy who, every time I hear his music, I die a little inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. I'm going to be flatlining by the end of the show.
So how close are you now, George?
Fairly close, to be honest.
Awesome.
But yeah, like...
Sorry.
Don't try me, boy.
I'll stop going, what was you saying? I'm just fucking with you, it's all good.
Yeah, you wish. Right, let's...
No need for that.
Yeah,
Carry on, George. Can hell.
Yeah, let's carry on before this goes on.
Yeah.
When he announced he was going to cash it in at the pay-per-view, it's the first time that anyone had announced in advance that that's what they were going to do. So Van Dam did it. The whole atmosphere at the pay-per-view was electric, just building up to this match, and RVD and the champ at the time just just put on a great match. Like, the champ acted like a heel, and RVD was 100% the crowd favourite. Everything about the match ticked all the boxes for me. The use of the weapons outside the ring, inside the ring, the storytelling, and the finish with Paul Heyman counting the shoulders down 1, 2, 3. It was just outstanding for me. I don't think there's been a cash-in that I've enjoyed more, including the build-up, than that one. I don't think.
It's interesting that your favourite cash-in involves John Cena. I'm just saying. For all the hate that you give him, I'm just saying.
I picked that one because he lost.
Okay.
So anytime there's a cash-in and he doesn't leave with the title, could easily be my favourite cash-in.
He gets cashed in on a lot. He must have been cashed in on the most of anybody. He's been cashed in on about 5 times, which says a lot about just the last 10 years of how many times he's been the champ. Because the first time he was, and the second time he was, and the third time, no, I don't know. But he was cashed in a lot, like. And then when he cashed in, he didn't even win. Shocking.
Ironic.
Yeah. Jesus. Go ahead, sorry, George.
No, I was just going to say, like, it's not as if he needs it, is it? So, he always wins the title back 3 weeks later, so it doesn't really matter. Like,
Can we do a John Cena special? Can we do SLTD Radio John Cena special? Can we do this, please?
you can do it on your own if you want.
I'll just talk about him for a while, it's not. I mean, talk about his gimmicks and that, thermodynamics and that, love all that, do some raps in the middle.
Right, hang on, wait a minute. Did you just say the word gimmicks, plural?
Gimmicks, yeah, gimmicks, more than one, gimmicks.
I can't remember the last time there was anything different.
These gimmicks, he came out and he had his ruthless aggression gimmick, again, like when he debuted, ruthless
Is that when he was
aggression.
face?
Yeah, and then he came out in his little shorts and that, and his knee pads, and came out and kicked Kurt Angle's ass. Ruthless aggression, that guy, when he slapped him. And then he had the Doctor of Thugonomics, and then he had the Doctor of Thugonomics without B squared, and then he had like the guy who he was with the hustle, loyalty, respect, and now he's the Marine, and now he's just John Cena, the Fruity Pebble guy. Alright, so there's like loads of gimmicks. He's got too many gimmicks. He's had more gimmicks than Prince Albert. Are you saying? You know what I mean?
I think you mean he's had more gimmicks than you, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah. He's about par on the amount of gimmicks that guy's had. Just loads of gimmicks. Where have you been, lad? Last 10 years?
He's not. It's just been t-shirts that he's changed. There's not really gimmicks, has it, let's be honest.
Just changed the t-shirt. My t-shirt's blue now, so I'm a goodie. T-shirt's
And now
black.
you can see me.
Yeah. Well, we should do a John Cena. Anyway, we're not doing a John Cena show. We're doing a Money in the Bank show. So yeah, that is a good cash in. I'll be honest with you. Did you like the inclusion of Edge? Did you like that? With the
A little bit, yeah, because like when it really started taking over as a heel, I couldn't stand him. Like I just thought he was a prick, but then that obviously means that he was doing his job properly. Like that's what a heel's supposed to make you feel like. But yeah, as soon as he came in and speared the champ through the table, I lapped out like a motherfucker.
yeah, I didn't. The thing was with it, I legitimately didn't know who he was. I'll be honest with you. Like when he came out with the whole, with the helmet on and stuff like that, the ECW thing. See, do you know when the ECW event, like the one night stand, like when that happened, wasn't that when everyone started booing John Cena because it was like he's not an ECW faithful, and you know, like they were like, if Cena wins we riot and stuff like that. And as you say, he was a proper heel, and I think he never recovered from getting booed at that event. Does that make sense?
What shame. Excuse me.
I'm talking like, I'm not just fucking just because you hate the guy. Fucking hell, I'm just saying. Know what I mean? I think that's what it was. Is that event? After that event, everyone started booing him.
Is there anybody that likes John Cena anymore? Because like,
I do.
well, apart from you.
And every 5-year-old.
Well, what does that say about you?
I don't know. What's going on?
Like Sean,
that still lives
Maybe
in
you.
the
Oh.
because Sean's saying that like the CM Punk on Edge and John Cena both good, but the Cena
Doesn't
one,
wear denim shorts anymore, lad.
but the Cena one's just funny
Okay.
because it's Cena and he's a two.
I know.
And
Stop wearing them.
Davey's saying he has one gimmick, he's being a ball and swat.
That boy's on the ball. Honestly, you should read, like, I think being involved with us has turned Davey heel, because you should read what you put up today.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
Slagged
didn't.
the shit out of everybody.
I didn't think Davey didn't like John Cena. I don't know why everyone is. What else has Twitter said?
Davies also said if Orton or Sheamus wins, he's throwing a brick through the TV and refused to mention Money in the Bank again.
If Orton or Sheamus wins,
Yeah.
I think Orton should win. He hasn't had a title, like, he hasn't been in the title picture for like 2 years.
Yeah, but like you were saying before, you don't want him to be like someone who's been a former champ.
And he's just lost his wife and child, you know what I mean? Divorce, baby, divorce.
Thought you meant something terrible then, lad.
No, divorce. Crazy divorce. Yeah, I think he deserves it after like, it's been like 2.5 years since he's had the title, hasn't it? That's not just me, I'm not something ridiculous like that. Yeah, I don't know, yeah, we'll talk about like what's coming up in a bit, but yeah, that was a good cash-in, I'll be honest with you. Have you got a good cash-in?
Not really, no. But I mean, like, because I've watched them all like tonight, I can't really have a favourite one.
Yeah,
to be
I
honest,
suppose,
I must confess I've only watched them tonight.
That's okay, that's fine.
Like, but I mean, Kane's one was good because he just destroys like Mysterio, like.
Well, it's always fun to destroy Rey Mysterio.
Because like he's 2-footed and Kane's like massive, not 2 foot like, but he's about the same size as me.
He's not Hornswoggle, yeah.
Yeah, he's like only 5 foot and Kane's like nearly 7.
The fact that he did it on the same night as well, I like, because it's kind of like he's not carrying around a briefcase for fucking 8 months.
Yeah, he's just going, yeah, I won this, I
Yeah,
won it.
so I won it, so it's mine. It's not carrying it around and waiting for the right moment and all that. Because he's like, I'm a monster, so I don't need to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, when you're a guy of Kane's size, then you're not really going to be fucking about, are you? You're just going to go and...
Exactly, that's the thing. I think I like that he didn't carry it around, and I don't like it when 2 people have got the briefcase to cash in the Money in the Bank. Do you know what I mean? Like, it seems stupid to have on a Raw thing, have like Raw
crossover.
No,
there's one of each. No, I don't mean like crossover. I mean there's like the time that they call the Money in the Banks and they have next to they ever like they're close to each other. On one show to the next.
No, I don't know. There's been times when they've had 2 people chat like, wow, that's mad. I've just had a tweet. Like, I think there's been times when 2 people have been carrying cases for a while, but it's never been like a big thing. But it does annoy me when 2 people are like, oh, now for the right moment and that, and it's, yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one. I just don't like that these 2 briefcases. I'll be honest with you.
Sean's asking, did you just say that you like to destroy Rey Mysterio? You'd like to destroy Rey Mysterio?
Maybe he could have. I don't know. He's got beautiful eyes. That's all I've seen of his face. It's like first time I listened to the Beatles. Beautiful eyes. Fuck you, Sean. Alright, you fucking knobhead. Fuck off. Alright, sorry to everyone who's listening. I'm just talking to the telly there.
Having a shout.
Yeah, just shouting at Sean. Yeah, I think I've got a few favourite cash-ins, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, sorry, and did I say that Davey said Edge had one of the best ones?
Which one, though?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
See, which one?
So good the ratings hit the 5, if that's any clue.
Okay, well...
I know how WWE can dream of doing that again, so it must be on the earlier ones.
Well, I don't know, because the first one was on New Year's Resolution, weren't it? Revolution, after the... on Cena. After the Elimination Chamber. And the second one was on The Undertaker. After he had his ass handed to him.
The second one he didn't win, though.
The second one he did win?
I thought that was one like...
No, when
Or was that later on?
No, yeah, the second one, but he got 2 cash-ins, didn't he? He didn't win the second match.
Oh.
But because that's when after Undertaker and Batista had the cage match, and they both landed at the same time, and then Henry came down and battered them, and then he fucked him right up, and then Edge came down and speared him, if you remember. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, I've got like 2 or 3 of my favourite. That's right up there. I'll be honest with you. For like cash-ins. One being when Punk cashed in on Edge, because it was like there wasn't a title. Like, you kind of knew that it was going to happen because the way the draft worked, both champions were drafted to SmackDown. So like, I think it was Edge and Triple H, I want to say. Edge and Triple H were World and WWE champion, and they both got drafted to SmackDown. So we didn't have a title for Raw. And then Batista came out and fucking whooped Edge's ass.
Oh yeah.
And then Punk just came down. And what I love about Punk as well, he come down with the referee, and everybody else who walks down gives like a second glance to whoever's just whooped their ass. Like Mark Henry, when Edge comes down, he gives a little glance to Mark Henry. Yeah, and like that happens, and then it's all fucking smashing and that. And when Punk comes down, he just totally bypasses the fact that Batista's there, and it's just like, yeah, I'm not asked, mate. I've got a briefcase in my hand. I'm talking to the ref. You better sort this. So
get in there and ring that bell.
Yeah, and then
come on, really, ring the bell.
Yeah, I like that one. And true to my form, as it were. I like when Punk cashes in on Jeff Hardy, because as we all know, as George knows better than anybody, I fucking love a slow burn. And the fact that he cashed in, he was a face and cashed in on a face, and then he'd left it to just see how the crowd reacted, and that turned him heel, was just fucking awesome. I loved that shit. I loved it. And then the Straight Edge Society thing started, and that was easily Punk's best gimmick, in my opinion. Like, so yeah, I think they're possibly my favourites. I'll be honest. There's another one, but I can't think off the top of my head. I did have one in my head before, but I can't think off the top of my head now. But yeah, they're standing out as Punk cashing in, being fantastic. Yeah. As Punk is.
Like the CM Punk one that you're talking about when he cashed in on Jeff Hardy. When you notice, like when Punk cashed that in, that's when Jeff Hardy was top draw. Like,
yeah, he
in
was.
terms of the crowd reaction, the way that he sold it, everything, he was just outstanding. And even when Punk's cashing that briefcase in, Punk hits him with the GTS and he kicks out, and the crowd goes fucking nuts. Like, the crowd go wild because Jeff's kicked out. Jeff's the champion. He's going to somehow manage to pull out the bag, and then Punk manages to do it, and the crowd were pissed. Like, they were pissed. And just like you said, that sort of started. That was the best feud of 2009 for me, was Punk and Hardy. Just all throughout the summer, all the gimmick matches, the TLC matches, Loser Leaves Town, all that kind of thing. It was just absolutely phenomenal.
I think the fact that what I didn't get was the fact that they put so much time and effort into Jeff Hardy being the champ, and he was like, in the space of a year, he was WWE and world champ, wasn't he? And he didn't his first defense, he lost it. Like, he never had a stretch as the champion, and I think if they would have given him a stretch as a champion, it would have been so much better. Like, people were invested.
He was in a line like a long time.
Yeah, he had a
champion,
proper fan base. Like, and he could have I think he could have carried the company for a while. I think like people were invested in him that much that it wouldn't be if he was the champ, nobody would be like, Jeff, the champ. Do you know what I mean? It was like, and they legitimised him, and I'm going to say sorry to Gary because I know he hates him, but the fact that he won his first WWE title from Triple H says a lot, I'll be honest. You know what I mean? The fact that at the time Triple H was still pretty big, you know what I mean? It was at the end of when he was still big, but he was still pretty big at the time. So to have him win the title off him, and even when he won, and Triple H was like, fuck, shit, I didn't see that coming. Do you know what I mean? And it was like, he weren't even like pissed about it. Triple H was like, shit, he's gonna beat me. Fuck. You know what I mean? It was like Armageddon 2009 or something like that, I think. That he won.
I remember that. You're talking about, and when he won the title and the crowd were going nuts, and Jim Ross on commentary that night was just phenomenal. The way he told the story about Jeff, and the story being like in the story of what had happened to him through his career and all this nonsense. It was just that added to it as well. When you go back and hear it, Jim Ross is as excited as everybody else that's watching in the arena. And like, you'd think the boy just, do you know what I mean, pissed in his pants.
It was though, it is true though, it was one of them moments when you're like, shit, it's cool, and then like, I remember his like celebration went on for ages, and did they have like a castle type thing as around the Titantron, and instead like the castle thing, and he ended up climbing to the top of it, and was on top of it, and was like looking at the belt, and looking at the crowd, and looking at the belt, and stuff like that, and it was just like, this is fucking cool. And then a month later he lost it, and it was like, that's shit. Someone just, it was like, but it's like Punk all over again when he won his first world title, when he cashed it in, and then he got kicked in the head by Randy Orton, and the title got stripped of him, and he never got a rematch, and it was just like, well, he got a rematch, but not a proper one, and it was just like, Why put all that time and effort into something and then just go, nah, I don't like it. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like...
They do it all the time though. Like, they've done that with lots of guys since. They do it like Drew McIntyre, Wade Barrett, Kofi Kingston. I mean, Jack Swagger. There's a lot of people you could say that they've done that to. They've just put all this time and effort into making you give a shit, and then they just...
Yeah,
like I said last week, Vince McMahon just sees another toy in his cupboard and he's like, oh, I want to go and play with that instead.
Yeah, that's basically it. It is bad, like...
Fuck.
It is a shame, like, that's what happens, but I suppose that's the way it is, I guess, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's never going to change, it's always going to be that way. Like, if you're not hot, then fuck off. Know what I mean? If we don't care about you no more, then you start at the bottom and you build it back up again. And that's what you do, and if you can get to the top again, then sound. If you can't, that's your bad, not ours. You got to the top once. You know what I mean? It's, for everything...
You got to the top once with the machine behind them, and then if the machine just suddenly just goes, no, do you know what, fuck it, we can't be bothered with you anymore, and then they job them out, and then they take them off TV, and then when they do come back, it's 2-minute squash matches,
yeah,
and they're getting beaten by Ryback and Mark Henry, and you're just like, how can you expect us to take that guy seriously now?
Yeah.
After everything you've done.
It is, I've said it on this show, and openly say it every week, I fucking love John Cena to bits, but how in the fucking Jesus Christ that guy has been at the top for 10 years, and everybody has been up and down and up and down and up and down, and he has been consistently at the top for 10 years, fucking astounds me, because I've no idea how that fucker does it, I'll be honest, because I don't know if he's got like photos of Vince McMahon with a dude or something like that, because how he doesn't, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's one of them things that, like, there's so many people and so many different gimmicks and stuff like that, that he never drops down. He's always there, and there's so many cool people that come and go, and he's consistently there. You just think, what the fuck is going on in fucking Vince McMahon's head? Seriously, it's backwards.
See, that's what annoys me, like, because when he was coming through, like when he got to the main event, right, there were still guys there like Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, The Undertaker, Kane. So there was all these big established main event credible wrestlers that he could get like a rub from. Like, so by working with them, he instantly looks more credible. But see now, there's only really the champ and CM Punk.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
and that's why WWE fucked. Because Vince McMahon said he's cock up Cena's arse for so long, he doesn't realise what's relevant and what's not.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I think, like, as stupid as it sounds, and I don't think it's going to be in necessarily better hands, but when Vince steps down and Triple H and Steph take over, I hope that, given the mindset that Triple H, I know he's been brainwashed by, like, corporate shit, but the mindset that there's a little bit of a wrestler still in there, and knowing what it's like being in a locker room and how it all works, hopefully things will change a little bit.
Respect for
yeah, I know it won't, but hopefully, at least for a little bit, something will give, and he'll be like, yeah, let's push this guy. Do you know what I mean? But at the same, while I'm saying it, I don't believe it, because I think Triple H is worse than Vince, to be honest with you, in some respects. So I don't know, to be honest.
I don't know. I think we'll have to sort of wait and see how he goes. I mean, it should really tell everybody that the two most over superstars in the entire company are two guys that don't even look like what Vince would consider WWE superstars, CM Punk and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, it is. It's mad, isn't it? Like,
it's not the champ. It's not Latino Sheet. It's not... Do you know what I mean, though? Like, these guys, they try and make them because they think that's what it should be. No, people are drawn to people that are charismatic, like Bryan, like Punk, like Ziggler. Don't try. It pisses me off when I read on the internet that Vince is looking to establish characters for certain wrestlers. I'm like, no, just let them go out there and be them.
Yeah. It's like...
people know when something's fake.
I get that, yeah. It's kind of like, I always say the same thing, that, like, as much as you've got to, like, respect, like, The Undertaker, and I know I'm only using The Undertaker because of the gimmick that he's got, but as much as you respect him, like, if he had that gimmick now, which I wouldn't put them past giving somebody an Undertaker gimmick, but if they had an Undertaker gimmick now, it would never work because it's such an 80s gimmick. It's only because it's so established, and that's what they're trying to do, like Fandango. It's like, he's not a ballroom dancer. He's a fucking wrestler. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what are you doing? Seriously, at least have something that makes sense to what's happening. You know what I mean? You don't need occupations to be a gimmick. It's just let them do the thing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's weird. Yeah.
And
but
what we said earlier about Jeff Hardy, like, to go back to that, I don't even think that the WWE wanted to push Jeff Hardy as a WWE champion or a world champion. I think it was because of the crowd's reaction to him every single night he was coming out, and the arena would go fucking nuts. Like, the place would explode. So they had no choice but to push him.
Yeah, there was nowhere for him to go, like.
Yep, the only way he could go was up.
Yeah.
Because the people wanted to see it. It's like now the people want to see Daniel Bryan as champion.
Yeah.
Will they get it? Probably not.
I think we will, you know. I think Bryan's gonna take the title off Cena. I really do.
Well, what's the point if he's just going to win it back 3 weeks later? Doesn't mean anything.
Well, it might be a month later, because depends where the main event falls. But probably, yeah. You never know. I don't know. Like, it's one of them things that I'd like to give them the benefit of the doubt, knowing full well that I shouldn't. But
Exactly.
there you go. You know what I mean? That's, I suppose, what you've got to do. Twitter's gone really, really quiet. Are we still actually on air? Like, someone wants to throw out a little tweet or something and say, yeah, we can hear you, or yeah, we give a shit, or you're bored to tears, so we're not fucking... In fact, how can they tweet and say we're not listening?
I don't know, man. That would be quite a challenge.
I know. Just in case you're wondering, we're not listening. Just, yeah, it's just gone really quiet. Like, no one's tweeting. Anyway, yeah, sorry. Yeah, that was like, yeah, that's our look back a little bit. We'll do a little thingy. I did say at the start of the show, I know Twitter's really quiet, but fuck, I'm going to throw it out anyway. We're going to do a little thing at the end where who we put in a Attitude Era Money in the Bank. So we're going to do like...
Should we give Sean's example from earlier on?
Yeah, like, yeah, what's Sean's example, yeah, from way back when?
Sean's
Way back when.
From back in the day.
What was the link he sent you, by the way?
Something terrible, wasn't it?
You've gone miles away, lad. You're fucking... There he is.
There he is.
Go ahead.
In his 90s, Money in the Bank, it'll be Goldust, Godfather, Mankind, Kurt Angle, Shane McMahon, and as he said, just for something funny to watch, he'd throw Pat Patterson in there. I think we all enjoyed seeing Pat Patterson take
one of the Stooges as well.
In the day.
One of the Stooges. Oh, actually, look at that. I've got a little message on here. Hang on a sec. Sean.
We've got a new interaction.
High Five Radio DJ Dino. High Five Radio DJ Dino. There you go. Says Money in the Bank. That's on our Spreaker chat. If anybody's listening on Spreaker and wants to throw out a little Spreaker chat, I shouldn't really do that because I've got to do 5 things at once. But yeah, if you want to throw out a little, you know, a little message on the Spreaker chat, if you're there, fucking throw it out there. I'll throw it out. I might not reply to you, but you know, I'll throw it out there.
If not, we're on Twitter at SLTD Wrestling.
Look at you,
at SLTD Wrestling. I'm not very good at that,
do you want to do that again?
At SLTD Wrestling.
There you go.
There
you go, yeah.
Second that, innit?
There you go, that's that. Oh, okay. So, anyway.
Twitter's came back alive anyway.
It's right, what's Twitter saying?
Davey's saying Vince only has so long to kiss Cena's ass. Eventually we'll be given something new. Hulk Hogan the third.
Who do you think will be the third Hulk Hogan? George?
Sorry, the phone dropped out there. What did you say?
You just weren't paying attention, was you? Who do you think, like, the next person they're going to push will be? Like, the next John Cena, the next Hulk Hogan?
I think if they'd found him, we'd know who he was already. So...
Okay. He's somebody
so yeah,
who's
it's kind of like a shite answer, but...
Okay. I think it's going to be Bo Dallas. I just like saying Bo Dallas.
Although, to be fair, like, you know, I was at that wedding on Saturday.
Yeah.
The band started playing Don't Stop Believing, and if I'd had a reception on my phone, I was going to phone you. Just hold the phone up.
That would be cool. Bo Dallas got over for me for singing Don't Stop Believing, and what he did was, I don't know, you were here, weren't you, when we were talking on the show, because you were here, because it's the show. Why would you not be?
I was here, I guess.
But yeah, and he sang Don't Stop Believing, but Don't Stop Believing. Genius! Genius. Me and Sean sing it like all day in work. It's ridiculous. I'm telling you. And then end it with skeet, 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 but I'm not explaining that. So you're just going to have to take your own, like, whatever from it. Yeah, right, we're doing our thingy. Yeah, I've lost my train of thought from Skeet. Yeah, that 90s.
Attitude.
Yeah, Attitude Era Money in the Bank. So I'm thinking like 97 to 2000s. You've kind of got to play with there. Okay, we'll say. So because then there's the invasion and shit. No one,
Yeah.
no one needs that. And actually, I really like the invasion storyline, but no one needs to
Don't
give me
go that far.
no one needs to give me WCW stuff. Look, there he goes. Show him with Don't Stop Believing. Love that kid. Fucking bellend. Right, we're gonna go into doing some. Do you want to do some predictions now for Sunday? We can all get on some predictions, can't we? You know what I mean?
Who's fighting Sunday? In the area matches, obviously. Who's in the Money in the Bank? I don't know who's in the Money in the Bank match.
Ooh, so prepared. I love your preparation for this show, man. It's amazing.
This is what being a new wrestling fan is all about. Easing yourself into it.
I love that you know zero.
I know a bit, lad.
Nah, I'm joking.
Well,
I'm just busting your balls, lad. Sound, say nothing, George.
Just chop slapping.
What are we gonna do the whole card, or are we just gonna do the Money in the Bank? Do you wanna just touch on the other matches? Because there's only like 4 of them, Indy.
No, there's actually quite a busy card for the
Is
change.
Really? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think there's like 6, 7 matches, something like that. Hang on.
Retweet Don't Stop Believing for me.
I'll read.
Yes, there's 7 matches on the actual pay-per-view and the pre-show match as well. So
What's the pre-show?
you're not going to believe this. The Shield are on the pre-show.
The Shield are on the pre-show.
Yeah.
The Shield and the Usos are the pre-show match.
Yeah.
Means the Usos aren't gonna win. Fuck you, WWE. I knew they weren't gonna win anyway, but still. Really, that the Shield are on the pre-show. That's insane. I think they're trying to make the pre-show like legitimate. I think that's what it is. I'll be
In
honest.
fairness, like, the pay-per-views go for nearly 3 hours, adding another half hour on top of it when you've got 3.5 hours of Raw to watch the next night as well. It's just too fucking much.
You know what I think, right? And this is genuinely what I think's happened, because the pre-show all started, I think, because UFC started doing it, and UFC started having like Facebook fights and pre-show fights and stuff like that, and because they started putting decent fighters on the pre-show, WWE were like, well, we'll give our pre-show decent matches, or decent fight or title matches and stuff like that, and then they'll be more inclined to watch the event, because they'll think, whoa, that was mad, let's watch the event. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think it's working, to be honest.
I'd be interested to see the viewing figures on the pre-show, to be honest.
I know. I've only watched one pre-show recently, and that was WrestleMania pre-show, because it's
Yeah, but
fucking-
that's WrestleMania, though.
WrestleMania, you know, I love WrestleMania. I love that shit. Makes me all tingly inside. I love it. Fucking Christmas Day. But yeah, I don't really get the whole pre-show thing. I'll sometimes watch it, but I don't know. I'd probably watch this one if I could be asked.
We've got our first Attitude Era shout out here from Davey.
Okay, go ahead. What's
Say
the
that. Austin, The Rock, X-Pac, Billy Gunn, Triple H, Shane, and China.
That would be a fucking good match. Austin, see, we said it like Austin would be the champ, because it's Attitude there. Austin was the champ a lot. So
Yeah,
I
so
would
we
say,
were trying to discount that.
yeah,
weren't we?
but yeah, so we would say around that
That's pretty much
time.
like sort of the rivalry that was.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, isn't it? Like that's all of the X.
It's funny if China won it.
Yeah, imagine China won it. Didn't she?
Just
didn't
came
she win
down,
the
she won.
title 3 times?
Yeah, she low blowed. Who was it? She low blowed someone and rolled them up. And won the championship, I think it was.
Probably Jericho. I want
Might
to
have
say
been Jericho.
Jericho or
I think fucking William Regal.
Jericho or Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, I think it was Jeff Jarrett.
Double J. Love a bit of Double J. Yeah, I like that one. That's a decent one actually. Yeah, I haven't, because that's
Shane
like
O'Mac as well.
that's half and half, isn't it? With like mid-carders and main events, innit? Austin, The Rock, Triple H are like main eventers, and then X-Pac, Billy Gunn, Shane and China, all like mid-cards. It's just Steph on the brain.
Just like DX without no dog in it.
Yeah, basically. I like that, Davey. That's a good one. It's a sound one. Next week we're gonna do who would you put in if you had a WWE version of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. We're not, but it'd be funny if we did it. What's else Twitter saying?
Davey just say being on the pre-show has its ups and downs. Upside it's free, more people will watch. Downside is it's shit.
Davey's on the ball tonight. Considering you're sick, mate, you are on the fucking ball tonight.
Now the pills you are popping to get then. Keep going.
Yeah. Okay, now. So, we're just going to touch on the other matches before the Money in the Bank, because there's no point mentioning the Money in the Bank and then going on to the pay-per-view and then never mention the Money in the Bank on our Money in the Bank special. So we'll finish on them. So let's just, yeah. Who do you think's going to win Shield Usos? Like, I don't know your answer, George.
I don't think the Usos are going to win, so like, there's no reason to take the tag belts off the Shield, so I'll go with those two just now, I think.
Yeah, do you think the Usos are going to win? When I say Us, you say oh, Us.
Oh.
Hey, look at you! Oh, that's impressive, that, wasn't it?
That's what you told me what to do.
Nobody's catching on.
He is. That's awesome. Twitter, when I say Us, you say oh. This isn't going to work, but we'll see how long it takes.
Who's first one?
Oh, Us. Sorry. Yeah, who do you think Shield's going to keep the title?
See, I quite like the Shield, so I want them to.
I like the
I
Shield.
want them to crack on, but I want the
I
like
the Usos.
Like the tag championship needs like a kick up the ass.
Yeah.
I think.
You've seen 4 Raws, and that's what you've got from it. You are on the ball as well.
You know, you just need
shiny star for you, mate.
Because these, like when I watched it, it was like Sheamus and Randy Orton who I found tag partners.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that one was weird. I don't know why they did that.
Probably wouldn't become it, but would be a good. I think would be a good partnership. Like maybe not just like for the wrestling skills they've got, to be honest. But then the Shield, I haven't seen Usos yet, so.
I've seen them wrestle about 10 million times, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I think the Shield's going to... If it's on the pre-show, the Shield aren't going to lose.
I think Davey's shouting at me for not going...
No, I've just said Us, and Davey's saying, oh.
Oh, yeah.
Come on,
Okay.
Davey, you're on the ball.
Right.
I'm buying you a birthday present, mate. I'm telling you.
I was on the ball and I just dropped it, haven't I?
Yeah, you fucked it. You fucked it dead
Oh, by the
hard.
way, Gary's saying if Triple H goes into the Money in the Bank match instead of Kane, he swears to fuck Jesus. I have to find him first.
He's going to fuck Jesus. That's heavy, that. That's some shit I don't want to touch.
Wait, actual Jesus or someone called Jesus?
That could be true, yeah. Because you could probably tweet Alberto Del Rio, because he definitely knows Jesus. Definitely. Like, without a doubt, he knows one. I'm telling you. He's got like his essay or something. Oh man. Okay, we're getting racist. Stop it. Alright, stop it. Okay, we joke. We love Mexicans. We love the food. I don't like it. It makes me gassy. But some people like it. Alright, this is okay. What else is on the card, Joe?
What else is this before we get into racist territory?
Yeah, this is before. Shut up, Latino sheet. I've heard you. Alright, come on.
Well, that was accurate.
Okay.
So we might as well kick off with the way I think the card's going to go. I think the SmackDown match for the SmackDown Money in the Bank match is going to kick off the show. So you've got Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, Damien Sandow, Fandango, Jack Swagger, Antonio Cesaro, and Dean Ambrose. Who do you think
Adam,
is going to win?
who do you think? Do you know any of those?
Run them by me again. Dean Ambrose is on a bit. Is he still
Ambrose
on
is the Shield, yeah. Ambrose is in the Shield, yeah.
Is
He's everyone thinks to bet against. Who does Twitter think that the SmackDown SmackDown Money in the Bank is going to go to? Who's going to take the briefcase home? Everyone thinks Ambrose.
Run them by me again.
Okay, you've got the list. What is it, George? Say it slow for the retarded fella in the corner. Go ahead.
It's Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, Damien Sandow.
Name's Cody Barton. You've had this discussion before.
Cody Barton.
Sorry, Cody Barton. Damien Sandow, Fandango, Jack Swagger, Antonio Cesaro, and Dean Ambrose.
Fandango, innit?
Also,
Fandango.
Oh, that's what you got to do. Okay. I wouldn't be shocked. I said this to George today in pre-production.
Yes, those meetings that we have.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if Fandango won. I'll be honest with you. Fandango. I wouldn't be shocked because he's Vince's pet project at the minute, isn't he? So.
To be honest, even if he wins, he can still lose the title.
True, yeah. He could cash in and lose, yeah. This is true. But, yeah, who do you think? Pick a name.
Well, Davey's saying Cody Barton desperately needs to win, but Sandow will.
Think Sandow will win? That's an interesting one, actually. Sandow. Why Sandow, Davey? Why Sandow? Yeah, come on, pick a name. Someone you know.
I go Ambrose, to be honest.
I knew you were going to say Ambrose.
Well, that's way better.
You like custard, don't you?
It's way better, like an Englishman who's like just.
Interesting fact which I didn't know.
I know, like William Regal done all right for himself there, like, but he didn't really.
Well, interesting fact. I didn't know this. I don't know if you did, George, or any of you did out there in Twitter world. But do you know the 2 years ago, I think it was, when they had like a over the top rope battle royal type thing on Raw, and Wade Barrett got injured, and I'm looking at you like you know. Wade Barrett got injured and like dislocated his elbow or something like that. That year he was meant to win the Money in the Bank. Interesting fact.
Well, as he came back better without the
I read that somewhere, I think, mate, yeah. But
Yeah.
it wouldn't have surprised me then.
No, but weirdly he came back and was shit. Like major poo. Majorly poo. And I think
that's because they brought him back against Yoshitatsu. Like, they didn't really make a big deal of his
No, they
return.
didn't.
Like,
I'll be honest
if you're
with
going to show vignettes and videos hyping up the return, then you have him return it in a big way. Like, you put him into a title match that nobody's really given two shits about, and then all of a sudden somebody like Wade Barrett appears and fucks shit up, and then he's got like an immediate big program to go into. But when you come back against a jobber, then nobody's going to give a fuck, really, are they?
No, if you come back and make an impact, like, and you just bust some skulls of like a champion or someone who is legitimate, that's fine. But coming back to jobbers is not a good call. It's just a waste of a comeback, I think. It's a waste of a return, really. It doesn't matter who you are. I think you should have a big return, and then even if it just dwindles down, you should have that big pop to come back to. I'll be honest.
Yeah, and I think that goes to show that Vince has got no fucking idea what he's doing.
You know, we should run WWE. Fight
Yeah,
into the
man.
fucking ground. Let's do
From
it.
here.
Let's hope
From
that
here.
Dixie Carter has got a really, really rich auntie who she didn't know about and just pumps pure wedge into TNA. And then, because TNA isn't doing so bad these days, I'll be honest with you. So, you know what I mean? A rich auntie
There's too much of
who doesn't like Hulk Hogan. Yeah, okay. We're not talking TNA anyway. What's Twitter saying?
Davey's given his explanation for him wanting or thinking Sandow will win.
Yeah.
He's saying it's a step. They've been given the chance to step up from an awful tag team division and good character. People love to hate, worth a chance.
I like
Give him a
Sandow.
chance.
I'll be honest with you. I do
And
like
do you
Sandow.
agree with him? Cody Rhodes desperately needs the win.
Yeah,
Do you think?
I do. I think Cody Rhodes should have won last year, to be honest. That's just me.
I think that for the last 2 years, Cody Rhodes should have won. I mean, there's nothing the guy can't do. I don't understand. He's another guy that they brought up, they made a big deal out of, and now he's just kind of, I'm going to use Greg's favourite phrase, he's just floundering around. He's just, like, it's like he's just barely keeping his head above water, and you're like, this guy is so talented, he's still only, like, in his late 20s, and you're like, come on, like, the guy is just there, he's ready. What the fuck is going on?
Well,
In
do you know
terms of
when?
my pick,
Sorry,
like, for
George.
the match,
Yeah.
I would be happy with any of them winning except Fandango. I think Fandango is just, that's taking the piss if he wins it.
Fandango.
Yeah, can you imagine that prick walking around with a briefcase? He can't dance as it is. Imagine him with a briefcase trying to work that into a routine. Jesus.
But I don't care, it's Johnny Curtis. He can do whatever he fucking wants. I'm not asked. I'll fucking love the guy.
I'll tell you something right now. See if it was Johnny Curtis from NXT, good old rapey Johnny Curtis.
Well, rapey
No.
gimmick. Oh god, imagine. That'd be amazing.
Oh, come on, PG.
That would be awesome. Rapey gimmick, Fandango, a rapey gimmick Johnny Curtis even. That would be awesome.
That would be the greatest thing ever. But yeah, I think the same as Adam, Dean Ambrose. There's nobody else that stands out to me. I'd like Cody to win it. I'd be happy with anyone else, but I think Ambrose will.
I think you're right, to be honest. I think Cody should... To be honest, Cody with a mask deserved it. How long ago was that? About 10 years ago. Jesus.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Honestly, I would like mark out like you wouldn't believe if Cesaro won it. I'm not even joking. The guy is fucking amazing. He's literally, I think he's possibly my favourite wrestler in WWE at the minute. He's just awesome. He's just something about him. I don't know what it is, but he's fantastic. So I would love him to win, but I just know he's not going to. I wouldn't be shocked if Swagger won, but then at the same time, I would be shocked if Swagger won. I think Ambrose is the only one who's got a legitimate... See, the thing is, Ambrose is the only one who's getting a legitimate push, I think, out of all of them. But Ambrose is the only one who's, like, losing quite a lot. So he's not going into it, like, with major wins. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know.
No, none of them are. I mean, that's the problem. When you've got to fill 2 Money in the Bank matches, you're just putting guys in there that haven't really been on TV much. If they have been on TV, they've been losing. Like Wade Barrett's lost pretty much every match this year.
Yeah.
Rhodes and Sandow are the same. Fandango is kind of half and half. Swagger's been jobbed out, and Cesaro, they took him off TV. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Trying to use logic in WWE doesn't work very often, but Ambrose logically would be the only choice.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with, to be honest with you. What do you think of it being all heels, like a full heel match?
I don't know. It's different. I suppose it really depends on who the champion's going to be, because sooner or later one of those guys is going to cash it in. So it depends who the champion is. If it's against Del Rio, then there'll be a face pop for anybody.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what you're putting your thumbs up to me for. What is it? What are you saying? What are you?
Just a thing on the TNA fan zone.
Well, then read it out, you fucking nugget.
Alright, TNA fan zone asking if we can tell everybody that Showtime at the Zone debuts on YouTube. Don't really know when, like.
Yeah, tweet them back and say when, and we'll give them a shameless plug. I do like TNA fan zone, even though it's not a TNA show. We'll throw a plug out. Why not? Fucking hell, it's my show. Do what I want. Yeah. See, I didn't really. What's really bad on my part is that I didn't know that it was I didn't know that it was like a huge pay-per-view. Yeah, I didn't know that it was all heels on one and all faces on the other until I seen a meme, and I seen a meme with like all it had the two matches on it. 2 Money in the Banks, one saying all faces, one saying all heels, and underneath it had Teddy Long saying tag team match, and I thought it was genius. So that's the only reason I got onto that, it was all heels. So, there you go. But yeah. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it would be shocking if Ambrose didn't win. But, I think... I don't know, it's kind of... I want someone... I think the fact that who's in it, I want it to be a shock. I want it to be like, yeah, that was a good choice. Yeah, like Ambrose, I don't think Ambrose needs it at this very moment. I think it's too soon. Granted, he can sit on it for a year, but at the same time, it's like, you know what I mean? Really, he doesn't need it. Like, even in a year, he wouldn't need to cash in the Money in the Bank. I think he's got that like fan base, and he's good enough in the ring to like work his way up fairly fast and be a legitimate champ without the Money in the Bank. I'll be honest.
Interesting.
So I don't know. But
Interesting.
you don't think he's good enough?
No, I do. I just never really thought about it like that before. Like, the guy is the standout of the Shield. Rollins will get there once he's a bit more sort of established on the main roster, but as soon as Ambrose, like everything he does, the way he moves in the ring, how he bumps, how he talks, the way he carries himself, for the first time, probably one of the first times ever, I think I'm agreeing with you.
Shit, the bed. You kidding me? Don't say things like that. Jesus. But yeah, I do. I don't think he needs it. I think the others do. I don't think there's anybody else who's got the star power, shockingly enough, as not the star power, that's not the right word, but got the potential that Ambrose has got. Do you know what I mean? Like Ambrose can do it on his own. Maybe Swagger, but at the same time, probably not.
Do you reckon, they ever really going to pull the trigger with that guy? I don't think so.
I don't think so. What, Adam?
Do you reckon, like Davey's saying here, any of them will cash in on the night? He's saying if any of the heels get a good reaction, that they'll get a good reaction if they cash in on the night.
No, I don't.
And then the TNA Wrestling Fan Zone show debuts tomorrow night on the YouTube channel and be live on the SLTD site on Monday morning.
There you go, kids. the new show, Monday night on YouTube. Subscribe to TNA Wrestling Fan Zone on YouTube and watch the show. Or
Follow them
optionally,
on Twitter.
yeah.
TNA Fan Zone.
Optionally wait until Monday and they'll be on the site. There you go, kids. That's us. I was a little loud in the middle of the thing for no reason. I like that. That was good. We should do that more often. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one for me. Like the SmackDown one is so, like we're talking about it a lot, but I couldn't honestly pick somebody straight up and just be like, yeah, they're winning. Which is why I like this event so much. I'll be honest. So I don't know. Anyway, we'll move on. What?
We could be here for hours.
Yeah. What else is happening? What's going on? We'll touch on something. Yeah.
We've got a singles match for the Intercontinental title between Curtis Axel and The Miz. Two people that are really struggling just now. The crowd are not taken to Axel whatsoever.
Nah, they're not, are they?
The way that WWE have used The Miz since he turned face, like it was forced. Like, so they're trying to force him to be this guy that nobody, like, the fans are not reacting to him as a babyface because they've completely changed his character.
Yeah.
Like the reason people liked him as a heel is because he was cocky, he was a smart ass. Do you know what I mean? Like he wound people up the wrong way. He got in their heads, and now he comes out and he's this smiley, happy-go-lucky, and you're just like, no, like please don't turn him into another master of disaster like we've got as a WWE champion. Please, just.
Do you know what his gimmick weirdly reminds me of? Do you know the first time Randy Orton won the world title? And he was like smiling and kissing babies and he's trying to be everyone's mate and all stuff like that when he turned him. When he was such a heel in Evolution, and then he turned him and he beat Triple H. That's what it reminds me of. Like he's like, hey, wait, and it's just like 2 weeks ago you hated everybody. What the fuck? You know what I mean? It's like why are you now thinking everybody's fucking sound? Do you know what I mean? I don't get it. But yeah,
you haven't done nothing to change.
Yeah,
it's like you've
just sort of gone. Yeah, I'm sound now, so like me. Do you know what I mean? It's a weird way of doing it, but I don't know why. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, it's just like Miz be Miz. Like that's again, like we've said this about a dozen times tonight. The guys know what to do to get heat from the crowd, whether it's cheers or boos or whatever it is. They know what to do because he's already shown he can do it. Like he's main event at WrestleMania. Like the guy's he's not a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
So he knows what to do. So don't force him to be something he's not. I will never, for the life of me, understand why they do that.
Yeah, it is a weird one.
They be saying Miz should have been a heel in the Money in the Bank match for the WWE Championship, but he fucked up, saying in the face.
Yeah, is he? Yeah. It is kind of it's a full. I don't know. I like him as a face, but I did prefer him as a heel. To be honest.
Yeah, but he was a jackass when he was a heel. That's a
the
good
thing.
thing.
Yeah, that's the good thing.
That's why you like him, though.
He was a dick, but he knew it. No, what I liked about him is when he was the champ and that was that every time he walked, I've said this a few times, but every time he walked out with the belt, I thought I could carry that belt. Do you know what I mean? Like, if Miz is the champ, I can be champ. Okay, that's just the way my head was, and that's why I kind of liked him.
That's it. Where's me Bengal? I'm going.
Yeah, it was just like, well, that's mad, but yeah, I do think.
Yeah, let's not get too carried away
there.
There's no way there's going to be a new champ. Curtis Axel retains, and they're going to have to do something because the guy's been on the main roster now for 6-8 weeks.
Yeah.
And nothing, like not even when he talks. Like the only time people really get involved is when Paul Heyman does something at ringside, like just the way he looks, or it's just because he's a shifty bastard. Basically, that's why people don't like Paul Heyman.
Yeah,
so,
that's true. Yeah.
You need to give us a reason to care about Curtis Axel, not just because his dad was perfect. That's not enough.
Yeah, that's true. So you think Axel, we're going to have to, I didn't realise what time it was, we're going to...
I think you've already ruined them already.
We're going to roll up. Yeah, I do think, I do. No, it sounds, yeah, I do think I think they've kind of pushed them too hard. I think they needed to slow burn it. But, yeah, I do, because you can't go from one gimmick to another and just be like, oh yeah, you wasn't on telly, now you're somebody else, you're awesome. We haven't put anyone behind you, and you've been jobbing for God knows how long. But yeah, let's give you the title and Paul Heyman, and everyone will hate it, and it'll be sound. It's just like, it's too much.
Do you think it's harder to turn them these days? Because back in the day, you just Fucking, like, I had a Stone Cold Stunned Vince, Rock Bottoms Vince,
Yeah.
Tombstone Vince, Chokeslam
that's
Vince,
pretty much it, yeah.
and that was it. That's how you turned face.
Yeah, I don't know. It is a hard one, isn't it? I think that's the thing. I think WWE still look at its fans like it's 1982, and they don't know what's going on, and it's like it's not the 80s. Fucking grow up. Do you know what I mean? We don't need Fandango. We know that these other wrestling out there. Shut up.
Yeah,
Right.
Matt, you've got a boss swagger on you. Your walk's quality, but like bring your books up to them, like.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, we'll roll anyway. I do agree. I don't think Miz is gonna win the Intercontinental title. What's next? What other world title matches have we got?
There's the teams match between AJ and Caitlyn. Again, I don't think they're taking the title off AJ anytime soon.
No, I
She's
don't.
too busy making fat jokes.
No.
Which
AJ Caitlyn, Adam, what do you think?
I couldn't really care less, to be honest.
Couldn't care less. What the fucking chances of that?
Oh, there's never been anything. Like, even
yeah.
the two women's matches that I've watched, like, have just been.
Yeah, that's true. I kind of agree. And it doesn't ask me in the slightest, I'll be honest. Although Caitlyn dressed as AJ on SmackDown a few weeks ago was untold. It was fantastic. I'll be honest with you. But there you go.
was it fucking tremendous?
It was fucking tremendous. That's exactly what it was. Do that a little bit too well, don't I?
Aye.
Yeah, so we'll glaze over the women's title because I don't think anyone gives a flying fuck, if I'm honest.
Right, okay then. Next up, Chris Jericho against Ryback in a singles match.
Chris Jericho versus Ryback.
Ryback.
Who do you think's gonna win, George?
Probably Ryback, because he's not won on pay-per-view in about a year.
Do you know what? I was thinking exactly the same fucking thing. That's the only reason he's gonna win is because he hasn't won on pay-per-view for fucking ever. I'll be honest.
Yep.
Which is
So I
fucking
would go with
shit.
Ryback for that.
Ryback or Chris Jericho?
I'd go with Ryback as well, only because I think Jericho can pull off a loss.
Yeah, he's not asked, is he?
Yeah, he just like.
Doesn't give a fuck. He'll lose all day long.
Yeah, but then he'll come back and just like, bitch slap someone with the mic. And just like that's it, like.
Yeah,
then he'll
man.
win his next like 12 matches. And then
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Okay,
What
we
was
got two title matches and then the Money in the Bank, innit?
Yeah, that's it. So the World Heavyweight Championship match is Latino Cheat against Dolph Ziggler.
Do you think Ziggler's gonna win it back?
No, I don't.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling he might, and then they'll go back and forward for a bit. I really do.
I'm just sick of that prick, man. Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that it? Is that it? We're not even stopping. Sick of that prick. So, there was a rematch. Okay, do you think...
I hope Ziggler wins in case.
I know, I can't be arsed with that shit next week. You know what I mean? Has Twitter said anything about these ear matches?
No, Davies, you're saying the best thing about this year's Money in the Bank compared to last year is Sensei isn't in a match.
Is that a dig at me, you know, bed? Hey.
that's because he's here hosting.
What are you trying to say? Hey, Davey, cheeky bastard. I'm joking, of course. Yeah, I'm like, I want Ziggler to win, but at the same time, I think if they're gonna take it off him again, don't fucking bother. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, if he's gonna keep it, let him keep it. This is the second time he's the world champ, and the first time he was like world champ for like 11 seconds or something stupid like that. He wore the belt and got it stripped, and then this time he won it and then lost it a month later. It's like, what the fuck, man? What's he got to do to win a title and get like a legitimate title win and stretch out of it? It's fucking shit.
You're gonna push him till he gets somewhere.
Know what I mean? It's like it is annoying, like, but yeah, time will tell. We'll talk about these more next week, because we're just touching on them because they're on the main event, but we are doing the Money in the Bank thing, and we've got.
Time of it, so we'll just fire on.
Have you got the champ versus Mark Henry? Do you want me to just say it so you don't have to?
You can say his name. I won.
Okay. Who do you think Mark Henry's going to win?
I would love to see Mark Henry win. I've got this sneaky. It's not even really a sneaky feeling. It's just blatantly obvious he's not going to win. He's not going to win the championship. So that means another month chalked off on the champ's reign of disaster.
Yeah. Do you think?
Well, Cena's going to struggle to pick Mark Henry up, but he's still going to do it. And
yeah, I think that'll be the whole match.
That'll be
won't
the
it?
point of it.
Yeah,
Point
he'll
of it
be
will
like,
be. And
can't
he'll
do it.
struggle the first time,
Yeah.
and then he'll
struggle
do
the second time and do a little bit
it. And
better.
it'll be like revisiting like 8 years ago or something.
Yeah, that's what'll
He
happen.
done it to the Big Show. Was it the Big Show he done it to?
Yeah, the Big Show.
The
Yeah,
Big Show.
yeah. I did it to Cali as well.
Yeah, Cali, yeah. That was to be there.
Yeah, that entire thing's nonsense though.
Wasn't the? What did you say, sorry, George?
I said the entire thing about him not being able to lift Mark Henry is absolute nonsense. Like, he's already lifted Cali, like you said, and the Big Show, and Edge at the same time.
He's lifted, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I only remembered this the other day. He's lifted Cali and Umaga at the same time.
Exactly.
Cali and
So-
Umaga. Jesus.
So how can he not lift Mark Henry? It's,
Yeah.
Should just be able to just throw him over there.
No, Cali and Umaga has been lifted, and he's going to struggle.
Umanga. Excellent.
Yeah. Throw a little out there.
Umaga.
It's Umaga. Yeah, that's what I said. Umaga. Genius. Oh my God, Regal's a fucking genius. Yeah.
Where's that guy?
I know.
We need him on TV.
Who doesn't love fucking William Regal? Seriously, he just needs his own show or something. Yeah, I think Cena's gonna win. To be honest with you, I'd be shocked.
Surprise.
Yeah, I'd be shocked to death. I'm okay. I'm not. I'm totally biased. He's not gonna lose. It's not happening. What's Twitter saying?
Davey's saying he'd rather watch the Divas match than Ryback, Y2J, and Rio and Ziggler, just because Ryback and Rio are god awful. He's put the 2 bathroom breaks,
Nice.
which is pretty good.
But surely Ziggler and Y2J would sell. What they should do Ryback Rio and Y2J Ziggler, because then Ryback Del Rio will get shit ratings, but then Y2J Ziggler will be
Then everyone will go on
smashing.
everyone will go on the bathroom break
Yeah.
for the Ryback Rio match.
Yeah, man. But
That would
then
be quite possibly.
Y2J Ziggler will be immense. Telling you. But yeah. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, we're on to the last match, aren't we? On to well, not the last match, but the Raw Money in the Bank. Who have you got, George? Who do you think?
I think that, again, like, it's pretty similar to the SmackDown match. Any one of those guys could legitimately win it.
Yeah.
Punk, Bryan, Orton, Sheamus, Christian, Kane, or Rob Van Dam. Like, any one of those guys could legitimately win the match. As far as who I think will win it, Punk's busy with Lesnar, so it won't be Punk. I think Orton and Sheamus will feud, Christian and Van Dam will feud, and Kane's busy with the Wyatt family.
Who do you think's going to replace Kane? Because apparently they've took Kane out of it. Or if they do take Kane out of it, who do you think who do you think will replace him?
Hopefully that's Triple H or Jesus getting fucked by someone.
Yeah, hopefully
I'm trying
that's
to think of
Triple H.
who's not on the card. Fuck knows.
There's been talk, I don't know how true it is, or if someone's just there cheating it, but there's been talk of Rey Mysterio coming back. And that's what they're going to do.
Is the Rock in between filming?
Hopefully they won't. Imagine the fucking Rock. Shit the bed. Imagine him getting the Money in the Bank and then just fucking off for 6 months. Coming back at WrestleMania like I want to tell shows now.
To be fair, like, good, just
I know.
couldn't
That would be quite clever. I know. Fucking hate that guy. Fucking hell. Yeah, like that's what's been mentioned in my two things.
Maybe.
Kofi Kingston on his way back. Is he healed?
I'm just thinking he's been away for about 6 weeks. They said he would be away between 6 and 8 weeks.
Maybe
I'm
then.
just thinking in terms of baby faces that could go in. Maybe Kofi Kingston, but I think it's going to be the conductor of the retard orchestra, Daniel Bryan, that's going to win. Like,
Okay.
if he doesn't, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this company if he doesn't win it.
I slightly agree and also disagree at the same time. Who do you think's going to win?
I
by the way?
hope Bryan wins. Fuck Daniel Bryan wins. Just
Do
because
ya?
he's a crazy bearded man.
I want you to buy me his t-shirt. I want everybody to get together for me putting together this amazing show for you all, and buy me the new Daniel Bryan t-shirt.
How much are these new Daniel Bryan
Oh, like
t-shirts?
$25 or something. I don't know. Fucking go on the website and
We've
find
got
out.
about 4 quid these.
But yeah,
About to save about 20 quid, isn't it?
just the t-shirt that says "Respect the Beard." I'm all about.
I'll pay for the t-shirt if you pay for the postage and packaging.
Sound?
Is
Sweet.
it?
No, it's not.
I was going to say postage and packaging for
Shit
more
yourself
than
though, didn't you?
for like $40 or something.
Oh, shit.
Do you think Daniel Bryan's going to win? I honestly don't think Daniel Bryan's going to win.
I don't know, why would you bring Punk back?
Well, I don't think Punk will win either, but I think to bring RVD back and not have him win is a bit stupid. I don't want RVD to win, but I can see RVD winning, I'll be honest. I really can.
Yeah, but then they brought Jericho back at the Rumble and he didn't win it.
Yeah,
So
but
I
the
don't
difference
think-
between Jericho and RVD is a fucking world of difference. Jericho is just like, yeah, who do you want me to get over? Do you know what I mean? And I don't know if RVD's like that.
Well, Davey basically became our fourth man tonight.
Yeah, he has. He's all over this shit, isn't he?
He's saying Daniel Bryan's gonna win. He's got to win. If RVD wins, he'll watch TNA. Is that instead or as well?
Okay,
Instead.
I don't know. It's a hard one, man. Yeah, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say RVD. Just because I think he's quite egotistical and he couldn't deal with not winning. If I'm honest, I don't think they'd bring him back and he'd be like, yeah, I'll sign that contract, but I'll lose the first match.
Where is it?
When is it?
Where?
Philadelphia. But
If it was in Chicago, it might have a chance.
Philadelphia is the home of ECW, and RVD is ECW's first child, innit? So maybe that's what they're hoping for. Apparently they've said WWE want the same pop in Philadelphia for RVD than that what Punk gets in Chicago. Apparently. I don't think they will, but that's what they're hoping for. You know what I mean? So we'll see. But yeah, so there's your picks. There's our we've got a prediction league going up, haven't we?
Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put it up at 12 o'clock tomorrow. I was actually halfway through doing it before we
Oh,
started
well,
the
I
show,
stand. Everyone who's listening, mainly Davey, get on get on the what's the face, get on the prediction leagues, people. These prizes to be won. Get yourself made into a Hasbro wrestling figure, some artwork which is totally exclusive, tickets from ringsideworld.co.uk, and a Wrestle Manager game for your iPhone or Android device.
Nice. You found the word in the end there, didn't you?
Yeah, man. I've only said
Can't
that
you say
about
phone these
5,000
days,
times.
can you?
No, you've got to say iPhone or Android device. Yeah, and that's pretty much us, I think. Is there anything else you want to throw out, George? Do you want to do some shameless plugs? Because we've got a bit of time. So do you want to throw out where you are and who you are? Okay, if anyone's listening on headphones, I do apologise. I'm about to play a little bit of this.
It's a shameful thing. You've lost your head. A careless man who could wind up dead. You wear your sin like it's some kind of prize. Too many lies. Too many lies. All these words are true, and I'll make you believe. Yeah, you fight for air and soul just to breathe.
Don't know why that went down and then up again. That was weird,
I
wasn't
thought
it?
that was you being a master to Jay.
No, it went. It just went down and up on its own. Anyway, fuck it. It's all good. Bit of shameless plugs right here. You know what? I don't know if anybody gets the shameless plugs anymore. Like, does anybody listen? And don't point talking because no one's listening to us, but does anybody listening to the show get where shameless plugs came from? Like, because we haven't really mentioned it since we've been back, why it was called shameless plugs. We just sort of went with it and assumed people knew what it was. But
Yeah, it was our bad, I think.
yeah, if anybody knows, tweet in and we'll give you something special. Alright, there you go. I don't know what we'll give you, but we'll find something for you in the SLTD office, a dirty mug or something. What's Twitter saying?
David saying, asking more if any of us saw the interview RVD done when he said he came back to feud with whoever makes some money. He's basically saying ego is an understatement.
He came back to feud.
With whoever makes some money.
So,
He'll have the shitty job as long as you pay him, basically.
okay, that's so, alright.
He's there for the money.
Okay, alright. Interesting. So he's just doing it for the payday? Interesting, okay. Maybe I'll take back that RVD because he's not fucking ass. Oh yeah, before we go on to shameless plugs, just dead quick, who would be in your Attitude Era Money in the Bank, George?
Shite, I've not even had enough time to think about this. honest.
It's okay, just like pick 6 people, you know what I mean? We're going to go with 6, I was going to go with 8, but 8's too many, go with 6. I haven't really thought about it, but I had an idea, so go on.
Right, okay. I would probably go with D'Lo Brown, Owen Hart, The Rock, Billy Gunn, X-Pac and Shane McMahon.
Okay. Adam?
I think I've just had a little think about this now. I think I'll go with, wait a minute, with Farouk and Bradshaw classed as the Attitude Era, when they had...
Yeah, because they were the acolytes, weren't they?
Yeah, when they had, after they
You'd have both acolytes in
I'd
there.
have both acolytes in there.
I like that.
And then I'd have Road Dogg and Billy Gunn as well.
Oh, I like
mix
that.
it up.
I like that.
But then I'd probably have to have like...
See, they're kind of doing that now.
It's like you have to have someone like Triple H who wasn't a former champion at the time, but he was like coming up and off. You
Yeah, I like that.
You
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
have like Austin because Austin was.
Yeah, he was all over there, weren't he? Yeah, they're kind of doing that now, haven't they?
But I don't know if two tag teams in it would be a good idea.
Well,
like, but they've had like Matt and Jeff in them before.
At the minute, on Sundays, they've got Damien Sandow and Cody Rhodes, who are what are the tag team called? Rhodes Scholars.
The Beards.
Rhodes Scholars. And they've got Cesaro and Swagger, who are not really a tag team, but they're both with Zeb, aren't they? So they're kind of doing that now. Get on you, no one shit. You know what I mean?
That's just where I'd say, just because you know them now, you could have like a feud and you could split
Yeah,
someone
man,
up that way,
that'd be
you know
cool,
what I mean?
yeah.
You could split
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
up towards like
I like
a feud,
that.
innit?
You're on the ball sometimes, you aren't you?
Have a little go, like.
Yeah, man. I think I would probably have Billy Gunn because I love him.
He was quality, but he
Fucking
wasn't.
love him. Actually, I'd probably have Billy Gunn and the Road Dogg in there because you've got to have D'Lo Brown. I'd have hang on. I'd have the Outlaws. I'd have D'Lo Brown. I'd have Val Venus. I'd have Goldust, and I'd probably have like someone big, like maybe a Kane or possibly like a Viscera in there. Someone who's just not doing anything. Do you know what I mean? Someone who's not climbing the ladder, but like
Rikishi or something.
yeah, do you know what I mean? Someone who's like fucking humongous, like yeah, maybe like a Viscera, because like someone who's just gonna be like a pure powerhouse and just like ripping people off ladders and shit like that. That would be cool. Do you know what I mean? And then like bringing out a ladder and getting 3 steps up and it looking like it's fucking killing them and hitting the floor.
You
and
could have like Mark Henry, couldn't you? But he might get a brain aneurysm.
Yeah, get a brain aneurysm. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's who I'd have. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. And Attitude Era want to be fucking boss, telling you, proper boss.
Yeah, I think the Val Venus show was really good. Actually, you forget how good Venus was.
I think, right, the Attitude Era, like, a lot of Ziggler, when he was, like, Intercontinental Champ, reminded me of, like, Val Venus. Do you know what I mean? In that type of... He had all that potential, but Venus just never went anywhere. Do you know what I mean? But in ring was fucking... Yeah, in the ring and, like, on the mic, and his gimmick was fucking boss. How it didn't get anywhere, I have no idea. Same with Goldust. I think his gimmick, and on the mic and the way he did things, he had that gimmick down, and the fact that it didn't go anywhere.
It didn't go to great heights, but it stayed steady for like a long time.
Yeah,
even when
he
went away and like came back.
And then when he came back, he still got pops and stuff like that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
He was steady, like, but never got any of the big matches.
Nah, he never like got pushed to the moon. But
to be fair, though, but when you're running around volleying people in the nuts, like, no big guys, you're gonna want to
you've got to take a rain check on that. Anyway, yeah, that was cool. We haven't got any Twitter at the minute, have we? George, where are you? What are you doing? When are you doing it? Why are you doing it? Pass that phone, love.
You're a lazy bastard.
I know.
Well, the pen's wrong.
No. Sound. Go ahead, George. Sorry. Did it go, didn't you?
Fucking
just like going to put up that predictions post tomorrow for everyone to get involved in. So check that out. That will go up at 12 o'clock tomorrow. And we better apologise in advance because we're going to be tweeting about it a shitload until Sunday.
Yeah, we are.
So just kind of be prepared for that. As far as plugs are concerned, it's not really a plug, just a thanks to Adam O'Brien for manning the Twitter account on Monday when I was on. So,
fuck me. He's literally my greatest acquisition. I say it a lot, but he is. That guy is fucking cool as shit. I'm telling you. Yeah. He's carrying us. I mean, George is really carrying us.
If he logs on now and says better late than never.
No, he did tweet saying that he's going to miss it, or he Facebook saying that he's going to miss tonight, didn't he? He did mention that he was going to miss it, so if he gets down to listening, it's happening, Adam. You were a fucking superstar on Monday. I woke up to about 105 emails, I'll be honest with you, because I get emails every time someone tweets, so I turn my Twitter off, because my email doesn't really make a noise. and I woke up to like thousands of them. I was just like, oh, fair play, I'll just delete all these Twitter shit because I don't know what's going on. But yeah, it was awesome. I was impressed. So if you get down to listening, thanks, dude.
Yeah, as far as that's concerned, yeah, I mean, he does put a lot of work in and he's doing it like out of his own time, so I really appreciate him doing it. Although it may not sound like it with my monotone voice. Other plugs, just look out for Sean Irvin's putting something up on Saturday. That'll be up at 12 o'clock, and then Adam will have his latest post up on Sunday at 12. So just keep your eyes peeled, basically.
Cool. You haven't got anything going on,
Well,
have you?
just the TNA Fan Zone. When their show debuts some other nights on the YouTube channel, and it'll be live on SLTD Radio.co.uk on Monday morning.
Sound. And where are you on Twitter, lad?
I am at Lil Pip, you know.
Just want to spell that out.
LILPIPDJANO.
Someone's been practicing that all week.
That's not bad, that's just straight off the bat, right there, that was quality, that's what I'm going to say from that one.
That's made me day. How many followers are you up to now?
I'd say about 50.
I'm just lost in the shit.
You got about 50, you're getting like a solid 5 followers a week.
Yeah, just since it started, it's calmed down a bit now, but I don't tweet that much, so
Yeah, you don't.
I'll have to start.
You'll have to start, yeah. I, as always, am going to go through the fucking rigmarole of doing this. So, follow us at SLTD Wrestling on Twitter, like us, SLTD Wrestling on Facebook. Seriously, like us on Facebook, because it's just like, it's depressing. Because on Twitter, I follow someone, they follow back, like's good. But on Facebook, you've got to it's hard work to get likes. And so if you're listening and you like us, even if you don't, go on your Twitter and be like, hey, any wrestling fans, want to follow these? And just link us. You know what I mean?
I'll be cheeky as well, and anything that we put on there, just share.
Yeah, just share it, because you never know. What I think, right, which I found out recently, is that the amount of people who are actually wrestling fans who never let on that they're wrestling fans. So I've been talking to people and they've been like, and I've said like share stuff or do stuff or whatever, and I've been talking to my mates and they've been like, none of my mates are wrestling fans, and I'm like, how many of your mates know you watch wrestling? None of them. Shut the fuck up and share it. You know what I mean? Because people will be like, ooh, a wrestling thing. You know what I mean? So just have a little share, throw a little like. You know what I mean? It's a nice thing. We'll do it.
Could become fan of the week.
Yeah, you could become fan of the week, and who doesn't want to be fan of the week? Seriously. Where else are we? Yeah, subscribe and rate us on iTunes, because no one ever goes on our iTunes. I don't know. I don't really go on it myself, to be honest. We don't really promote it, but we're on iTunes. Go on iTunes, search SLTD Wrestling. If you're on iPhone, you've got to download the iPod app. But then if you subscribe to us, every other week when we're on, your phone just downloads the episode for you. So if you missed anything or you didn't watch it or anything like that, or
nobody's watching it.
What?
Nobody's watching it.
Why did you just break me flow there, lad? Why did you just do that?
Good now, put lad. I
You
like
fucking, you hateful bastard. Yeah, subscribe. It's not on the show anymore. We need a new Twitter machine. Subscribe and rate us on iTunes. Do your thing, know what I mean? Just tell us if we're good, tell us if we're bad. 5-star us, why not? You know what I mean? No one else is going to know you've done it, why not? I say do it, why not? And also you can follow us on Spreaker.com if you go on Spreaker and then search for us, SLTD Radio. No, sorry, SLTD Wrestling. And then follow us on Spreaker, and then every time we do a show or do anything on Spreaker, you get a little email saying they've done a little show there. Like if we do a special and you miss it because we didn't know that we were doing a special, because you used to us being here every other week. And then we do a special in the middle. You're like, I missed the special. Well, now you can listen to it. It's all good.
Like,
Mind blown.
What?
I said mind blown. They've missed the special. How did they do that?
I know. And also, I know this is kind of a new concept to us, but actually go on sltdwrestling.co.uk. We actually have a site. Like, I think George has just cleaned in his pants from me saying SLTD Wrestling. Oh, like that. Yeah, go on, read our columns, comment on our stuff, say we're good, say we're not. Tell us why we're not, and then whoever's wrote it will come back and tell you why they disagree with what you're saying. Wrestling's just an opinion, man. You know what I mean? You can have yours on our site, and people have got theirs. That's what wrestling's all about. It's a nice thing. Just don't get all hateful and be like, yeah, I don't agree that Triple H is gay. I hope you die. You know what I mean? Because that's a bit, you know what I mean? It's a bit excessive. Just be like, okay, that's your opinion. this is mine, this is why. Because Triple H is sliding his onions inside Steph McMahon. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Just an example.
I've never heard of
Okay.
Boundaries.
Okay, sorry. I was going to say sliding in and out, and then I was going to say chucking his onions, and it turned into sliding his onions. I don't know what happened, okay? I've got a lot of information going on in my head at the minute. Yeah, that's my shameless plugs right there. Also, you can follow me. I don't really go on Twitter all that much, but if you tweet me, then I'll definitely tweet back. At Greg_SLTD. That's me right there. And I think that's us. Anything from you?
No.
Anything from you, George? Anything you've remembered?
No, fuck all.
Okay, well, fuck off then.
Literally. Fuck all.
Fuck all.
Yeah, that is us. We're gonna end with what we began with, which is Shane O'Mac's tune, because it's a fucking belter.
It is a tune, like.
It's a fucking beast of a tune, and that's us. That's our special. We're back next Thursday with the regular episode 4. I want to say. What date's next Thursday?
Next Thursday is the 18th.
Okay, we'll be back on the 18th with our regular show. We'll talk about Money in the Bank, the Fallout, and we'll talk about Raws and Impacts and stuff like that. We'll talk TNA and WWE and all that stuff. I will say, I can't wait, just before we go, to talk about how on Hardcore Justice 2, how Crimson his last moments in TNA will be remembered is fucking amazing. I'll be honest with you. I can't wait to talk about that next week, but that's next week. There's a little teaser for you. So if you haven't watched it, just watch it, because it's fucking genius. And that's us. We're going to go. It was a pleasure. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Got the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter. Ching, ching, bling, bling. Patent pockets. We take the dollar, dollar. Can a damn soul stop it?
Here comes the new kid on the block. Hold all your bets, here's where the buck stops. See, first of all, I'm stepping out on my own. About time I elevated to claim my own throne. Success in my blood, call it homegrown. Puerto Rican testosterone. Power and money got me crazy cocky. No longer need you, poppy. I know you're mad because you can't stop me. And if you wonder how this player done scooped your honey, I think she smell my cologne, it's called brand new money. Making major moves, man, ain't a damn thing funny. Pimpin' hood rats, the Playboy bunnies. They see the... They see it, they see it.
Say what? Money. I'm global dollar, and roll with about 50. Like to go out smelling fresh and looking spiffy. Don't like clean money, I want my wrist to be filthy. Plus with their retirement fund, I can't touch till I'm 60. So what am I supposed to do? Rolling through, steady patting them pockets till I'm stacking holding two. Ching, ching, bling, bling, catching cash and lump. It's a Coro, get a jacket, I'm selling them out my trunk. Whenever, whatever, it takes to shake down a dollar. Must go in that direction, wait a minute, holla, holla. All wants to know where they go, where they win. And a Mick and Marshall Monday smelling just like a mint. You know, back in the days, they said money was money. Nowadays, money is the rich tree. Dollar, 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 dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling, got the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter. Ching, ching, bling, bling, patent pockets. We take the dollar, dollar, can a damn soul stop it?
Here comes the new kid on the block. Hold all your bets, here's where the buck stops. See, first of all, I'm stepping out on my own. About time I elevated to claim my own throne. Success in my blood, call it homegrown. Puerto Rican testosterone. Power and money got me crazy cocky. No longer need you, poppy. I know you're mad because you can't stop me. And if you wonder how this player done scooped your honey, I think she smell my cologne, it's called brand new money. Making major moves, man, ain't a damn thing funny. Pimpin' hood rats, the Playboy bunnies. They see the... They see it, they see it. Say what? Money. I'm global dollar, and roll with about 50. Like to go out smelling fresh and looking spiffy. Don't like clean money, I want my wrist to be filthy. Plus with their retirement fund, I can't touch till I'm 60. So what am I supposed to do? Rolling through, steady patting them pockets till I'm stacking holding two. Ching, ching, bling, bling, catching cash and lump.
It's a polo, get a jacket, I'm selling them out my trunk. Whenever, whatever, it takes to shake down $1. Must go in that direction, wait a minute, holla, holla. All wants to know where they go, where they win. And a Mick and Marshall Monday smelling just like...